It's 2026 here at the Tiger Fieldhouse, and we are happy to have you alongside us for another edition of Broken Arrow Basketball. And we start with the girls taking on Muskogee here tonight. I'm Dylan Rivera. Alongside me is Coach Tiff Jones, and Madison Dildine is on our sidelines. Muskogee comes in with an impressive record, 9-4 overall, 4-1 in district play. Broken Arrow 8-3 overall, 4-1 in district play.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of action over the last couple of weeks, but tonight Muskogee comes into the house, a talented team, and a team that really is talented up top, let's say it that way,
right,
because they are top heavy. They've got three players that are really going to score and really cause problems. But aside from that, maybe you have some mismatches.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be the key tonight is how are we going to handle the big three? How are we going to match up? How are we going to play team defense to really focus on those three? Because when you've got three that can score that kind of three-headed monster approach, you got to have great team defense. It's not going to come down to one playing defense. It's going to be how do the five work as a unit on the court.
And we go back a few games ago. We were here for the PC North game in this building, and that was a loss to PC North that snapped a 20-game home win streak. The final score there, 58-43. But in between there, 5 road games, 2 with Capitol Hill and Stillwater. Broken Arrow able to pick up 2 wins there. Get a win at the start of the Bartlesville tournament, and then you go back-to-back losses for the first time since 2024 in the area round. And you lose to Del City, you lose to Bartlesville. Bartlesville game was a close game, but the storyline was the same over both games,
right,
and it was just cold shooting.
Yeah, and some nights you got to recognize as a coach and as a fan of the game that some nights the ball just doesn't go through, right? It just doesn't happen. And so I think like we were talking about before the game is just to be in this environment when you're on your home court, sometimes it makes settling back into a familiar place because that is such a mental thing that maybe this is what we need tonight to get us back on the win column.
Yeah, you kind of expect those cold shooting nights to be like a cold where it just kind of passes through, right? It lasts you a day or two and it's gone. You don't expect it to go for multiple games.
Absolutely.
It's like the COVID virus or something where it's around for a week and a half and you got to take off of work. But either way, Tigers, like you said, back on their home floor should be able to be a little bit of a confidence boost, and Coach Coffey touched on that in our Quick Trip Quick Thoughts. Well, Tiger fans, it's a big one tonight. Muskogee here in the building. Coach Shane Coffey here with me. Coach, before we get into this one, I want to go back to the Bartlesville tournament, and you were just talking to me about things that went wrong there a little bit. It got cold, really, over the last couple of games, hasn't it?
Yeah. I don't know if it's just the winter weather that's starting to kick in, but we literally just could not shoot the ball to save our life. Friday, I think we shot 27% from the field, and our opponent shot 51%. And then you turn around Saturday, same scenario. You know, we shot 25%. I think they shot in the low 40s, you know, and you can't win many games like that. And we still had a chance on Saturday. We had 3 missed bunnies within the final 7 seconds of the game to put it in overtime and just couldn't find a way. It's just a struggle, but I truly believe that we've got some strong-willed kids that are going to hook it up and get after it here and revenge themselves a little bit.
Getting back to your home floor, obviously that can be a big help for shooting numbers. So tonight you got Muskogee in front of you. That's a tall task, though. They're a good team. So what's on the agenda for tonight? How do you take care of Muskogee?
You know, Muskogee's got I'm going to call them the big three. You know, they're very, very athletic, very long. Their big thing is they want to create chaos in all that they do. They want to try to pound it down your throat in transition. They want to get after you in full court pressure. They want to put you in a lot of different positions where you have to think quicker than you really want to be. And I think our biggest focus is we've got to be disciplined in our approach. We've got to make them really work on the defensive end. We do that, we're going to get a lot of high percentage shots. But that movement without the ball is going to be a big key for us tonight.
We'll see how it goes down. Tip off now, just moments away, live here on ArrowVision.
Do it for the city. This is for the town. Do it for the sound. Everybody get loud. It's our time. It's about to go down. Everybody get it up. You hear that? Feel it in the air. Can you feel that? The sound is alive. This is our time.
Welcome back to the Tiger Fieldhouse. Our broadcast tonight is brought to you by Shields, but our Pregame show is brought to you by Tulsa Bone & Joint. They're proud to serve as the official team orthopedist for Broken Arrow Athletics with 4 orthopedic urgent care locations. You can walk in and see a specialist, no appointment needed. Tulsa Bone & Joint, moving life forward. Now, obviously, this game, Coach, as we circle this one on our calendars, district matchup. Both teams at 4-1 in district play, as is Jenks. So all 3 schools vying for those spots in district play. And, you know, we're still kind of early on, hitting the midway point of the season, I guess. But those district seedings, they're starting to come into play because we're starting to reach February, and that's when it really matters.
It's funny how you think about, you know, preseason, then you get into the early season, December, and then Christmas break happens, and then all of a sudden now we're in the next part of the season as you get into January, and then we're already talking about February, and it's the middle of January right now. And so literally just these district matchups. Obviously, PC North is the front runner, you know, but who's going to be second, third, and fourth, and what does that look like? And because that changes everything. And so these games are huge. They really are, because we're talking about where are we going to fall when it counts, and how are you setting yourself up for a postseason run.
You certainly want to get a win tonight against Muskogee. Big for district play, but also just big for the confidence building. And for the keys to the game, brought to you by the Broken Arrow Public Schools Foundation, we'll go down to Madison Dildine.
Our first key to the game is that we have got to block out. Then we need to sprint and get back on defensive transition. We also need to get them in foul trouble and value each possession. One thing that Coach Coffey has emphasized all season long is that we've got to have a goldfish mentality, especially coming into a district game. Dylan?
Thank you, Madison. Broken Arrow Public Schools Foundation brings you your keys to the game. The BAPS Foundation is covering the cost to send your 5th grader to BizTown again this year. Visit bapsfoundation.org for more info. And one thing that the Broken Arrow Public Schools Foundation did that we will be touching on later on at halftime in our halftime show, the teacher grants. And I think we talked about it at some point. It's such an exciting time that they get to go out and literally hand deliver huge gifts, whether it be physical or just money for something down the line. And it helps those teachers' dreams come true.
It is one of the coolest things to get to watch, and I've been able to do that a little bit before. So we'll talk about that as we celebrate our community and our teachers tonight. Absolutely.
Well, we're looking forward to this one, and we will hand it off to our public address announcer, Sean Morgan, for the pregame duties.
Salute the flag of the United States of America. Now for the starting lineup of the Muskogee Roughers, coached by Eric Holmes. At guard, 5'7" sophomore number 2, Claire Brackett. At guard, a 6' senior number 3, Anaya Holmes. At guard, a 5'6" sophomore number 4, Carlisa Normal. At guard, a 6'1" sophomore number 5, Alexis Holmes. And at forward, a 6'1" junior number 20, Kashay Brown.
Tip-off now just moments away. And again, we thank you for tuning in here live on ArrowVision. I'm Dylan Rivera. Alongside me, Coach Tiff Jones, and our sideline reporter tonight is Madison Dildine. Coach Coffey and the girls basketball team hoping to get another win here tonight, make it number 9 on the season. Want to get that home winning streak back up, too. You lost
Absolutely.
that 20-game home winning streak against PC North. Want to get back on the right foot.
Let's start another one. How about that? Let's go for
That's
20 more. I think, once again, we've talked about, kind of the theme is how's this young team going to respond? How are we going to, we've had a little of adversity last weekend. How do we come back tonight? And once again, I think being on your home court, being able to maybe find your groove again. Shooting is such a crazy momentum thing, right? Sometimes the goal seems like it's 10 feet wide, and other nights it feels like you can't throw it in the ocean. And so tonight we need it to be 10 feet wide for the Lady Tigers, and let's defend our home court tonight.
First home game of 2026 is underway. Starting lineup for Broken Arrow, the same as usual. Soraya Matthew has the ball out on the wing, kicks it to Dow down low, and stolen away by Muskogee. The rest of the starting lineup is Leah Peters, Janaea McCrary, and Gracie Sanders.
I think it's important tonight, Dylan, to get off to a good start. I know we had a turnover first possession, but how are we going to – we need to take care of those keys to the game right off the bat tonight, not get ourselves in a hole.
Driving baseline. Nice layup through contact. And Alexis Holmes gets her first bucket of the night. She is one of the big 3, as you had dubbed them earlier. It's Alexis Holmes, Anaya Holmes, and Kashay Brown. Those are the 3 players to watch.
Good job breaking the press right there and making them, we're going to, another turnover. It's not what we wanted. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. But we did a great job breaking the press and handling that right off the bat.
Just under a minute into this ball game. Muskogee with a 1-bucket lead. This is Brown up top. She transferred to Muskogee from Booker T. Washington this past off season. Now spinning into the lane. Holmes again with a tough finish.
Really good position, really by Dow, just to contest and make her go over. She got back down in there, but it wasn't terrible defense. We're going to have some help inside. Dylan, just like that, 3 possessions and 3 turnovers. And not exactly the start that Coach Coffey was wanting this first 90 seconds of the game tonight.
Turnovers haven't necessarily been an issue for Broken Arrow. They're averaging 13 a game. Obviously a couple more than you'd like to be giving up, but it's not cause for concern. But tonight, starting things out on the wrong foot.
Definitely something that we're going to have to take care of, because you can't win when you can't get a shot off. And that's not that's not rocket science, but we've got to get some shots off tonight.
Play developing for Muskogee. It brings Alexis Holmes up top, and now she kicks to her sister Anaya Holmes. And now the jumper from Brown is good. Lady Roughers bringing a press to start this game out. Dow kicks it back to Sanders, and another turnover, 4 in a row. Alexis Holmes the other way. Got swatted by Dow. And now Broken Arrow a chance to capitalize on the defensive stop. McCrary into the lane, kicks it back out. Sanders lines it up and cashes out.
Well, and that's big right there, because that 3-point line's been hard to find recently, right? And for her to be able to knock one down from the 3-point line and get an assist, ball movement, maybe we just needed the lid taken off for us, right?
This is Alexis Holmes. Getting past Dow and finishing again. And a timeout for Coach Coffey here in the early going, as he wants to figure out how to slow this run for Muskogee. Coach Eric Holmes from Muskogee in his first season with the Lady Roughers. That may be a familiar name to some people who are here around Broken Arrow. A 2003 BA graduate, played on this floor in this gym. And he said, for me, it's a little weird being back. I asked him that in the pregame. I said, how's it feel? He said, it's a little weird He said, but he's really excited to have his two daughters, Alexis Holmes and Anaya Holmes, play in the same gym that he did.
Yeah, there's something really cool to go back to your home high school gym, right? And just the memories and the time that you put in as a player, and then to be able to bring your kids back is that's pretty special.
Went 26-3 at Medill last season before taking the job here with Muskogee. His two daughters are excellent ball players. Alexis and Anaya both headed to be D1 players. Anaya already committed to play for Lamar University. Sanders, another three-pointer. Front iron, but got the bounce.
It's like 2 for 2 from the three-point line. It was a great look by Sarai to get the ball inside, collapse the zone, and be able to get it out to get a good look.
And a foul on the floor as Anaya Holmes was trying to step through some contact. Here's a replay at that Sanders three. She's been really proficient from outside all season long, averaging 12 points a game so far this season.
I think defensively, one thing we've got to do right here, Dylan, is we've got to get people in better help position. And I would bet during that timeout that Coach Coffey called, it's like we've got to get one more step over and not get backed in, and we've got to give some help inside, especially for people that are not guarding the big three.
Anaya Holmes kicks it to Cachet Brown. Spinning away from Peters and too strong on the shot. Sanders trapped. And now McCrary up the floor.
We've got to keep reversing the ball. We'll get a good look. We just got to have good ball movement.
Kick out to Peters, who wants a three-pointer, and she left that one short. Bracken. And this is now Normore with her first shot attempt. No good from outside.
Great blockout position by Dow.
McCrary's pass is stolen, and another turnover for Broken Arrow. Holmes to Normore, couldn't handle the pass, and a turnover for the Roughers.
We haven't said that very often, so we'll take that right now. And really, I mean, you look at Dylan, it's 8-6 with 2:36 left, and we've turned the ball over quite a bit, so we're in the game. And we have not executed well offensively.
McCrary with a great pass inside to Peters. Can't get the finish. Roughers trying to turn the speed up. Anaya Holmes back to her sister. Mentioned Anaya going to Lamar University. Alexis is regarded by some as the #1 player in Oklahoma in the 2028 class. Bright future ahead.
Just a great all-around player. I mean, that's exciting for women's basketball in Oklahoma when you've got someone. I mean, that just she's going to be recruited by a lot of people. Really good programs, and the spot she's going to bring the spotlight to a lot of other kids because of her talent.
Another jumper from outside, no good for BA. Bracken, ball swung around. As you mentioned, the recruiting aspect with Alexis Holmes, already receiving offers from TU, SMU, and Arkansas. She's still got a couple more years of high school ball to play. Bracken tied up, and a jump ball. Good defense from the Lady Tigers.
Just think about the change in really prep athletics as a whole. Across all the sports, how recruiting has changed, and the NIL and all the things. It really is changing the landscape of what happens in high school athletics.
One change for the Tigers. Jaslyn Varner is into the game, taking the place of Soraya Matthew. Coach Coffey's been pleased with how Jaslyn Varner's been playing lately. He said you should expect to see her minutes continue to rise and continue to see her touches rise as well. Cache Brown cashes out from outside.
Like Muskogee's shooting a high percentage right now. When they get a shot off, they're knocking it down.
Gracie Sanders has all 6 of the Tigers' points so far in this first quarter. Gonna have to find some offense from someone else.
Foul called on Tigers, number 3, Audrey Dow. First personal foul, second team foul. Timeout charge to the Roughers.
Timeout for Coach Holmes and Muskogee. We'll take a quick one as well and come right back here live on ArrowVision. Welcome back inside the Tiger Fieldhouse. Shields, our presenting sponsor. We just saw that ad from them. Shields has all of your game day needs for football, basketball, soccer, and more. With the gear and styles from iconic brands like Nike, Hoka, and Adidas, Shields has you covered. Located at the Woodland Hills Mall at 71st and Memorial, Tulsa Shields is a proud sponsor of Broken Arrow Public Schools. (14-6), 35 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Ball moving around like a hot potato into the corner. Alexis Holmes fires away and knocks it down.
Alexis Holmes with another.
Muskogee's been able to really shoot a high percentage, not just from the traditional field goal, but they're knocking down threes at a high clip. I think I've got 3 for 4, 3 for 5, and so they're getting good looks at three-point line. Another turnover for the Lady Tigers.
Tigers bring in Scarlett Shell. Holmes lines up another one, and somehow it found its way in just before the buzzer, and it's now a 20-6 score line after one. The Tigers trailing big and looking for answers as the second quarter is right around the corner.
Hey BA Tiger fans, now's the time to show your school spirit. Support your favorite school with the Broken Arrow School Pride debit card from TTCU Federal Credit Union. The only card that gives back to Broken Arrow every time you use it.
Since the program began, TTCU has donated over $350,000 to Broken Arrow Public Schools. That's a lot of support from fans just like you.
Whether you're a student, parent, or a proud Tiger fan, your everyday purchases can make a difference.
With TTCU, you're not just banking, you're backing your school and local community. Join the thousands of TTCU members who are already using the Broken Arrow card.
It's super simple. Use your BA card and TTCU donates.
Thank you, TTCU, and thank you, Tiger fans. Support our school with every purchase. Go Yay!
Welcome back to the Tiger Fieldhouse. 14-point lead for Muskogee as Broken Arrow has got to dig themselves out of a hole. And Coach, obviously the offense has been an early problem here, turning the ball over, not being able to find any good shots. How do you fix that against this Muskogee team?
Well, offensively, number one, we got to quit turning the ball over. And we've had some. I mean, Muskogee's very athletic, and we know that. Good job going to the good drive right there, drawing a foul. That's the first. Well, we had a foul in the first quarter, but there weren't a lot of fouls called. But we've got to get some shots off, and so just executing offensively, because when you work that hard to get a stop defensively, and then you come down and turn it over, it is deflating. So we've got to take care of the ball a whole lot better than we did the first quarter.
Sanders wants another three-pointer. It looks like it was tipped by Brown. And now Muskogee the other way. A couple of changes in their lineup as well as they bring Kalacia Smith onto the floor. Sanders diving on the floor. And a jump ball again.
Well, the defensive change for us, we played, the first quarter we were in man, and now we've jumped into a zone to start the second quarter to see how's Muskogee going to adjust to attack a zone versus attacking a man.
Ariana Holmes also jumps into the ball game for Muskogee. All swung around the perimeter, swarming defense, and a turnover forced.
It's a good start to turn them over right off the bat in their first offensive possession.
Couple of DHOs and another turnover. Anaya Holmes driving hard to the rack and the finish.
Once again, I think one of the keys to the game was transition and being able to stop them in transition, and we didn't pick up the ball until it was really about 2 feet from the basket, and we've got to stop the ball a whole lot farther out than let them get in the paint.
Sanders, another three-pointer falling outside of the hole, and a foul underneath the basket as Audrey Dow got the offensive board and tried to go back up.
Well, and I think this is going to sound crazy, but one of the ways you can help control transition is crashing the offensive boards, because if you're getting rebounds like Dow does there and we're getting second chance opportunities, they can't if they don't have the ball, they can't score in transition. And so how are we doing crashing the boards? And yeah, we got to have people back, but make them pay for leaking out, trying to get runouts. And if we can capitalize, and once again, yeah, you score points, you get people involved, but the flip side of that, Dylan, is that'll make a coach mad when you give up offensive rebounds and they're getting putbacks or fouls or something like that. So that's something that we want to get them in foul trouble. Maybe that's a chance that we can, take advantage of.
Timeout for Muskogee. 22-8 ball game. We'll step aside. Come right back here with more of the second quarter live on ArrowVision.
Oh, I got my order wrong. This is me, Jessica. And this is Jessica, not my coffee. And my friend said, oh, wait, Quick Trip. And she said, you don't have to tell me your name. Please, serve yourself. And I was all, oh, then this happened.
Yeah, someone stole my drink.
That's how I learned Quick Trip has lattes on tap. And I will never have to tell a barista my name again. Quick Trip, raise your coffee bar.
We're amidst a timeout here at the Tiger Fieldhouse. Timeouts are brought to you by TTCU. Support your favorite school with the only card that donates to Broken Arrow Public Schools every time you use it. TTCU has donated more than $360,000 so far. Stop by your favorite BA branch and get yours today. Terms and conditions apply with approved credit. Dylan Rivera here with Coach Tiff Jones, and Madison Dildine is on the sidelines for us. Not the only action here at Broken Arrow High School. Just across the way at the Event Center, the girls wrestling team is taking on Edmond North out on the mats, and you can watch that one also live on ArrowVision.
Got lots of things to cover tonight, but once again, thank you to our schools and our community that really supported a program like ArrowVision to get to spotlight once again our student athletes, but also the career opportunities that's going to give an exposure, helps kids, get a pathway to maybe a career after high school.
That's absolutely right. Helped me out a lot.
There you go.
3-point attempt from Holmes is no good, and now Broken Arrow the other way. 5:45 to go in the second quarter. Sanders feeding it off to Johnson on a nice backdoor cut, and the finish right underneath the rim.
Well, the best way to attack pressure defense when they're cheating out and trying to knock passes is backdoor cut. So that's great look, great execution. Take what they give you, right?
And right underneath the rim, Muskogee gets a layup right back. That time the layup no good for Matthew. Peters on the follow, no good as well.
Well, and Sarai had a great mismatch inside. She had a really good look, and we just can't hurry that shot. Those are some of the shots that we talked about, even that we missed last weekend in the tournament. We get shots that are 2 feet out, and we get a mismatch in there. We got to knock those down.
Normore kicks it to Holmes. And a steal. Broken Arrow the other way now. Nice crossover from McCrary. Driving inside and tied up and lost the basketball.
Dylan, defensively, our zone seems to be giving a little bit of trouble to Muskogee. Be interesting to see. We're gonna go back in the zone.
Alexis Holmes tied up, and they'll call another jump ball. It'll go Broken Arrow's way.
So technically not a turnover, but kind of a turnover.
Sanders doing a nice job in the central part of that defense to just get active with her hands, and as soon as those players are spinning into the middle or trying to make a move there, she's there.
Right, and really sometimes just changing defenses just kind of changes the flow of the game, make them do something different. And I think that change in the second quarter has been very beneficial, as they had 20 points at halftime, and here we are at 3:45 left in the quarter, and they've only scored 4 points this quarter.
Sanders feeds it inside to Peters. Quick post move, and off front rim, it's no good. Ball on the floor. Kylie Johnson dives for it. Now McCrary sidestepping and fouled.
So many good things in that possession, obviously. We had the first look, but to get the steal back and to be aggressive, and then we get a foul by Muskogee. I know Coach Holmes wasn't very happy for the fans wearing the green in the Tiger Fieldhouse tonight, but for the Tiger fans, that was maybe that's kind of one of those weird plays that will get us going.
First free throw good for Janea. Free throw shooting has been a sore spot for the Tigers this season, shooting just 60% from the line. 1 of 2.
Gracie Sanders intercepts that one, that long pass down the court.
Matthew driving, shoulder down, shot swatted away.
Gracie's really making some things happen just because of how she's playing on the defensive end.
24-11, 3 minutes and 8 seconds to go. Sanders left wide open in the corner, goes way too strong on it. Rebound Muskogee. Holmes feeling some pressure. Now Sanders pressuring right at the half-court line. Good defense again from Gracie Sanders, tying it up and stealing it away. Johnson on the run out, stopping her momentum and kicking it out to McCrary. Sanders firing away, off back iron.
The pace of the game picked up a lot in the last 60 seconds.
That'll be a blocking foul on Leah Peters. She's trying to line up a charge, but Holmes read it and made a nice move at the last moment.
Really great defensive effort. If we go back to, using the half-court line as a sixth defender, Muskogee crosses and picks up the drill immediately. We had them in trouble, and then we were able to turn them over, but then not go down and capitalize on the other end.
Number 3, Audrey Dow, checking in for the Lady
Audrey Dow subs back in and takes the place of Kylie Johnson.
See a lot of players that are struggling to catch their breath right now, Dylan. Just the pace of the game, and they've played a lot of games over the weekend, and so the physical nature and the athletic nature of Muskogee. When you get tired, sometimes you make poor decisions, and so hopefully we can kind of gather ourselves right here and take care of the basketball.
Foul goes against Claire Bracken. That is her first foul on the night. Muskogee in a zone defense. Broken Arrow calling out a play. Sorting out how to beat it. Cross court pass to McCrary. Again, tied up. Swinging it around the perimeter. Sanders, quick trigger, and it's too long.
Even though Muskogee didn't block that shot, I think they definitely rushed the shot, and Gracie could feel them run at her. Muskogee did a good job, and that's one of the things. We reversed the ball the other side, but we took it right back, which is great. But the more you can reverse the ball against the zone, the more open shots you're gonna get.
Ball goes soaring out of play. It'll be a turnover and Broken Arrow basketball. These cross-court passes against the zone, that's what the zone defense wants you to do.
Yeah, I mean, we got to reverse we need to reverse the ball quick, and we're running a little bit of an overload set sometimes. We got people running the baseline, but if the more we can reverse the ball, if you can reverse it 2 or 3 times, 3 times or 4 times, make that zone, you're going to get a good look because you're going to be able to pass it faster than they can get there. Or you should be able to pass it faster than they can get there. I'll say that. Right.
McCrary at the line for the second time tonight. Makes the first one.
And those are points we need right now with 1:24 left in the first half, and we're trailing 26-12. Knocking down those free throws with the clock stop is big.
She goes 2 of 2 this time. Three-pointer, good from Brown. Able to find just enough room in the corner and able to push it right through. And now a 16-point lead and a foul.
Those quick short passes, we got the ball, high, dropping in the lane against the zone in the middle. Sarah's working around the lane in there, just trying to find a hole and seal inside. And I'm not sure, they kind of bailed us out a little bit with that foul, but we'll take it and see if we can knock down the free throws.
First one drops. Matthew goes 1 of 2, but Peters reels in the rebound and nearly got the and one.
I was trying really hard, Dylan, from up top to try to lean that one in, let it roll around the goal and go through. So unsuccessful.
Leah Peters averaging 6.8 points a game on the season, 3.9 rebounds, 1.4 assists. She's been an effective player for the Tigers. And she goes 2 of 2.
She's got so many skills that just make us a better team. And she does a lot of little things that maybe a lot of people don't see. And she's just a great defender, crashes the boards, uses her athleticism. She's long, and she's got both contributes offensively and defensively.
Bracken left open from outside, and she shoots it too strong. Peters with a nice pass inside, and Matthew gets the finish.
I love attacking a 2-3 zone. You get the ball to the corner and then have somebody at the high post dive out. You make that middle person decide that short corner if they're going to come out and guard or not. And so great execution. That's a good look. And we've got 7 seconds left in this half.
High arcing 3 from Brown. Misfires. 1 second remaining. McCrary lets it go. And that will round out the first half. Broken Arrow down by 11. Went on a quick 5-0 run to close out the second quarter. So a lot of things that need to improve, obviously offensively, but there are some bright spots.
Absolutely. I mean, if you go quarter by quarter, they won the first quarter and we won the second one. And so we executed a whole lot better in the second quarter than we did in that first quarter.
Our halftime show is brought to you by St. Francis, and our halftime show analysts are Lizzie Connor and Chase Blau.
making classroom dreams a reality.
We are here on behalf of the Broken Arrow Public Schools Foundation to let you know that we have your sensory table. I'm so excited. Already been ordered and wrapped, as you can see, as a nice, pretty gift for you. And congratulations, and thank you for coming.
Today is Teacher Grant Delivery Day for the Broken Arrow Public Schools Foundation. We had our Amazon packages all wrapped up in Christmas paper, and we had our big checks. Let me tell you, the teacher who requested ovens was one of the most excited people I've ever seen for Teacher Grant Delivery Day. I was interrupting her class, and she kept trying to finally saw what I was holding, maybe even read my name or my foundation name. She just wrapped me in the biggest, tightest hug ever to interrupt.
I got a grant! Do you know how many grants I do? Don't get this is so exciting. Thank you so much.
And this is one of the largest grants that we awarded this entire school year.
Thank you so much for helping us start this program.
We're really excited. We all agreed that we were going to come back next year and enjoy some sort of refreshment.
Absolutely, guys. They're getting us our ovens. They're purchasing our ovens for us for cooking.
This year, the 25-26 school year, the Broken Arrow Public School Foundation is awarding $31,600 in grants across the district, from the ECCs up through the high schools. So when we first walk into the classroom as the deliverer, it is a little bit like Santa. It is December and we're bringing them literal wrapped presents, but also we have read through these grants and we are ready to hand it over too. We're ready to make the projects happen. So there's the hope for the future. There's the excitement in getting to be part of it over the past 2 months, seeing what their dream is and helping to make it happen.
All in all, there's not a better place to work.
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
It's very fulfilling.
The work that we do is hard. The work that we do changes people's lives.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job. It's a calling.
Looking for some iced caffeine, left you in the cold. No one knows why brown water costs as much as liquid gold. Told them your name was Brian, why does this cup say Nicole? But then you found paradise in your cup at the Quick Trip. No regrets to start your day.
Welcome back to the St. Francis Halftime Show. Learning life skills and meeting professionals are often things done outside of the regular school day.
But Mr. Barry Marbach at Sequoia Middle School is changing that with the Boys to Men program.
Boys to Men started a couple of years ago when a police officer helped out our behavior education people. A lot of boys that were getting in trouble, the police officer would come and he would get them to do real life activities, and their behavior changed. So last year, we put in Boys to Men as a Tiger advisory, and boys could then get real world experience, learn honor and respect, and grow through their middle school days.
Well, yeah, it's like a lot of, valuable skills and like life lessons we might need later on down the road. Especially like the mentors that come and talk to us, stuff like that, have a lot of like valuable things to say and things that, really can touch us and just affect our way, we go later down the road.
We're preparing them for high school, preparing them for life. They're gonna learn how to tie ties, how to change tires on a car, how to work with tools. We're currently working on a service project that will send packages to the deployed soldiers over Christmas. We're giving them opportunity. They're being very respectful. They're becoming leaders in the school. All in all, Boys to Men is exactly that. We're taking young boys in middle school and transforming them into respectful men.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
Thanks for tuning in live on ArrowVision to Broken Arrow Basketball and to our St. Francis halftime show.
Now let's get you back out to the broadcast crew in the Tiger Fieldhouse for the second half.
Thank you, Lizzie and Chase. Our halftime show brought to you by St. Francis. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by St. Francis. Now hiring across the region with multiple expansions, training programs, and scholarship opportunities. There's never been a better time to join a growing team committed to exceptional care. Learn more at stfrancis.com. The halftime score right now, 29-18. Muskogee in front of Broken Arrow in the first home contest of 2026 here at the Tiger Fieldhouse. Dylan Rivera with Coach Tiff Jones, and Madison Dildine is on the sidelines for us. And Coach Coffey is right alongside her.
Coach, what adjustments are you looking for in the second half?
Well, I feel like our girls did a good job in the last couple minutes of the quarter, really kind of cut into their lead. But our ability on our closeouts have been really not good tonight. And we've just got to be sharper in that aspect. But we've got to trust our teammates that we're going to be able to rotate if they want to put the ball on the floor. Right now, we're scared they're going to drive on us, so we give up a three. And I don't know what they are, like 5 of 9 for the game or something. So we've got to get better in that area especially.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Madison, and thank you, Coach Coffey. Obviously, a big thing that has been a lot of fun to see this week is the big painting mural on the north wall. That's actually, I guess it's the west wall.
West wall,
and
yep.
Tiger Fieldhouse up there, Broken Arrow Tiger basketball. Some small changes to the facility that has made it pop just a little bit more. And, hey, you're in the jungle now when you come in.
I was going to say, and I tell you what, we've got some of the best students. When they show up, man, they show out. And so I love what the mural brings, and it has a little bit of swag to it, right?
That's right.
It's good stuff. And we want people to know it's hard to play when they come to Broken Arrow. Like, pick any venue here at Broken Arrow, any sport that our students are here and our community is here to support. And we want to have a home court, home field, home whatever, home pitch advantage anytime we're here.
That's right. Well, and I don't know if you could see in that video or not, but in the corners there are little logos also for Broken Arrow with the tiger claw, the Adidas logos in one corner as well. So really cool little touches. And when it comes to that jungle mural, one thing about the jungle is they're loud. That wall is loud. You're not going to miss it, so it's certainly going to catch your attention.
It's a statement piece.
That's exactly right. So when you're looking down to this west end, if you're coming toward the student section, it just got a little bit tougher to make a shot, that's for sure. Well, so far for Muskogee, they've been able to knock down some shots. 29 points on the board, but as Coach Coffey had alluded to, late in that second quarter, Broken Arrow able to close the gap just a little bit. It was 29-13, now 29-18 with 8 minutes on the third quarter clock, and we get back underway.
And I think we got to realize now, as we start the third quarter, there's a lot of basketball left, and we just got to chip away. There's not going to be a 10-point shot. So get some stops, knock down some shots, play good defense, and once again, it's a long game.
Well, the first adjustment on that possession will be rebound the basketball as it falls down right at the hands of another Lady Rougher in a bucket underneath the basket for Muskogee.
And for Gracie to come down and get another three right off the bat. And we're not getting offensive rebounds right now, which we need to get some of those. If we're going to shoot a lower percentage, we need to get some putbacks.
McCrary going the other way. Joanne McCrary averaging 5.2 points per game on the season. Sanders wants another three-pointer, and she can't find it. Started out red hot, 2 of 2, and since then has gone ice cold. Another three-pointer off the mark for Muskogee, and again a rebound right underneath the basket. And Coach Coffey already wants a timeout here in this second half.
Well, 2 possessions and 2 offensive rebounds, and we give up a foul there. That's once again, we talk about doing the little things to put yourself in position to chip away at the lead, and giving up offensive rebounds and putbacks is not how you cut into a lead tonight.
Timeouts again tonight brought to you by TTCU, but we want to say a thank you to one of our other One Club sponsors, Quick Trip. Proud partner of Broken Arrow Public Schools, investing in the future of our students. Thank you, Quick Trip. Of course, they bring you the quick thoughts at the start of the broadcast. I like that one because it's the QT, if you think about it.
Makes
Quick Trip, quick thoughts.
Quick Trip squared? Is that what it is, QT squared? I don't know.
Should have them be a player of the game so we can give everybody a big Q when they are the player of the game.
I love it.
That's a good idea. Let's mark that one down. 33-18, 6:40 to go in the third quarter. I mentioned McCrary's scoring numbers, but the assists are where you're really going to see coaches and players circle. 4.2 assists a game for Janaea McCrary, able to find her teammates at a really high rate in scoring positions.
And that's the kind of stat you want to have from your point guard. How are they getting other people involved? And that's what makes a great team.
Nabs the rebound there and draws a whistle. Bracken called for the foul. McCrary also averaging 3.6 rebounds on the season.
Doing some little things. Muskogee coming back, they're really extending away, in the zone. They're so long up top with Holmes and almost a turnover. How are we going to handle? We need to get in the passing lanes and cutters to be able to get in. We ought to be able to get the ball in the middle of the zone when they're extended out that far.
Matthew has the ball stripped away by Anaya Holmes. She feeds it up to Alexis Holmes. Bracken goes baseline, wants the floater, rolls off the rim, fight for the rebound, and a foul will go against Audrey Dow.
Dylan, that's the third offensive rebound we've given up in the first 2.5 minutes of this quarter. And so I feel like Coach Coffey's going to be like, we just talked about that, right? Limiting their offensive rebounds, and we've got to do a better job of blocking out and going and getting the rebound and kind of flip what we talked about earlier. If we get the ball in the rebound, then we can get out and go and see if we can maybe get some easier shots in transition.
Free throws brought to you by the First National Bank, and Brown just airballed a free throw.
We'll take it.
34-18. Ball gets away from Varner, and this is starting eerily similar to how the game started in the first quarter. Too many turnovers.
Yeah, Muskogee comes out in a 1-2-2, and they're extended all the way up. I mean, it's a full court press, and they've got the top of. We get the ball to the middle. Did a great job getting the ball to the middle, and just did make a great pass out of that. And it was almost an unforced turnover. There really wasn't a need for it.
Ball kicked back out for Alexis Holmes. Three-pointer no good. This is McCrary.
It's like Muskogee went back to a man defense.
Varner at the top of the floor. McCrary has space, drives inside, and another foul. Again, it goes against Muskogee. And it's on Claire Bracken, her third foul. Eric Holmes making the change, getting her out of the ball game. It's now Kalaisha Smith and Ariana Holmes. McCrary tried to get it inside to Peters, but it looked like Anaya Holmes had just pulled the chair out on her at the right moment, and the pass got away.
That's just a really tough passing angle. It's a post-entry pass, really comes, not always, but most of the time coming from the wing is going to be a better entry angle for the post to be able to do something with it. And I mean, here we are, Dylan, there's a little over 4 minutes left in the third quarter, and we had 18 points at halftime, and we still have 18 points. And we've got turnovers, but we don't have points right now.
Ball inside. Firing it off the bottom of the backboard and going out of play. It'll be Broken Arrow basketball. Some frustration from Anaya Holmes. Quick pass from Sanders to Varner and caught up on the half-court line. It'll be a backcourt violation.
And just like, another turnover. That's kind of one of those turnovers that you can almost kind of call a team turnover, like half it here and half it there, because you've got to be able to see, if you're leading somebody with a pass, what are they running into? And don't lead them somewhere that's not going to be productive or put them in a bad position. And that's exactly what happened that last possession.
Broken Arrow bringing a double on Alexis Holmes. And a quick timeout called by Muskogee. Broken Arrow making a change, and obviously Muskogee did not want any part of that. It'll be a quick timeout, so we'll keep things here. As you had said, Coach, 34-18, still scoreless here in this third quarter, and we're past the halfway point in this quarter. So offense has got to pick up. It's been a problem all night so far. That second quarter, they got going just a bit, but still pretty cold, and maybe a layover from that Bartlesville tournament.
We're turning the ball over so much, we're not getting good shots off. And we've had some threes, but when you live and die on the three-point line, which right now we're struggling to get those shots off, we haven't shot a good percentage, and so we're getting one shot and that's it. And so how many offensive rebounds are we getting? How many putbacks are we getting? And right now that's a very low number. And even when we're getting a look at the three-point line, it almost feels rushed. Gracie sometimes it looks like we're just having to shoot quickly, and that's not, you don't shoot a high percentage when you're having to shoot quick.
No good for Anaya Holmes right underneath the basket. Dow driving baseline. Pass too high for Kylie Johnson.
Just execution. It's hard to, when you're not getting shots off, it's really hard to score. And that's not very profound, I know, but that's really where we've struggled on us. We're just not getting that many shots off.
Alexis Holmes at the top of the floor. Shea Brown off to Alexis Holmes, baseline finish.
And Dow's been doing a great, job defensively. We've got to have some help. Kind of got out of position there. We've got to have some defensive help. It's got to be, once again, how are those five people working together as a unit to contest shots? And we seem just to be a step out of it.
Shots blocked by Holmes. And Johnson trying to work to get the basketball back. 2:20 to go in the third. Brown with a travel down low. Looked like a pretty good post move. Just drug that foot.
Kind of like traveling, going on vacation, going to like Biloxi, Mississippi or something, right? Pack the bags, let's go. That's kind of where she went tonight. So.
Gracie Sanders at the top of the floor. Ball stolen. The other way. Anaya Holmes. Left-hand layup is good off the window for two.
Timeout, charge to the Tigers.
And Broken Arrow wants a timeout. It'll be a full timeout. Again, brought to you by TTCU tonight. We'll take one as well. Be right back here live on ArrowVision.
Oh, I got my order wrong. This is me, Jessica. And this is Jessica, not my coffee. And my friend said, oh, wait, Quick Trip. And she said, you don't have to tell me your name. Please, serve yourself. And I was all, oh, then this happened.
Yeah, someone stole my drink.
That's how I learned Quick Trip has lattes on tap. And I will never have to tell a barista my name again. Quick Trip, raise your coffee bar.
We're back. 20-point lead for Muskogee. I want to give a shout-out to any of our viewers in Biloxi, Mississippi, because we just got that into the broadcast somehow.
Yeah, we did. You never know. Somebody could be listening from there.
That's right. Tigers trailing right now in the third quarter. It's been a 9-0 third quarter for Muskogee. Broken Arrow yet to find anything. Offense has been an issue, not just missed shots, but turnovers as well. Seems like it's been a rough go of it offensively over the last few games now for the Tigers.
Yeah, we talk about just, limiting as the season goes on, like those spurts, of an offensive drought, if you will. And so how are we limiting those droughts? And right now we seem to, instead of shortening it, it seems like it's been expanded. And we have a rough weekend doing that. And we've got an offensive foul on Gracie Sanders. Officials call her for that. So another turnover right out of that timeout.
Minute 40 to go in the third quarter. Ball stolen by Johnson. Out into the open floor. An easy layup is good.
Well,
that's her second bucket.
1:34 left in the third quarter, and that's our first bucket.
Madison Dildine on the sidelines was listening into the latest huddle with Coach Coffey.
Coach Coffey's emphasis was really just about turnovers and poor shot selection. He said we cannot take breaks. This is a no excuses game, guys.
All right, thank you, Madison. Of course, Broken Arrow has a deep hole to dig themselves out of, but still not insurmountable. Layup from Anaya Holmes is good.
No, it's not insurmountable, but what we have to do is we've got to really take advantage of things when we get them, and we can't afford very many empty possessions right now. I know we're down 20 with 1 minute left in the third quarter, but we can get them in foul trouble and score with the clock stopped, which is what we're going to probably have to do at some point, but we need something positive out of literally every possession.
McCrary driving inside and tried to kick it back out, but Anaya Holmes read it.
Just long defense, right? Just so athletic, and using Muskogee as a whole, they do a great job using their length and pressure to make you think that pass is going to be open, and all of a sudden that door slams shut.
Reaching out like Elastigirl from The Incredibles. Sticking the arm out there and reeling it in.
Or for people from a different generation, go Gadget Arms.
There you go.
People my age.
Well, my first thought was Mr. Fantastic, because I just recently watched the new Fantastic Four movie, but that one doesn't really apply.
We're going to appeal to all the generations in the broadcast.
10 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. McCrary across the timeline to the senior, Scarlett Shell, feeding it inside. Peters, layup, no good. Got her own shot and missed it again. That's where the third quarter will end. Broken Arrow only able to find one basket that whole period. Offense is going to have to pick up as the fourth quarter rolls around here in just a moment.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone & Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. Tulsa Bone & Joint, moving life forward.
Hey Tigers, get the only card that donates to Broken Arrow Public Schools every time you use it. TTCU Federal Credit Union has donated more than $360,000 so far. Support the Tigers with your card today.
Eight minutes left in the ball game. Live here on ArrowVision. Broken Arrow trailing Muskogee by 20 points. Madison Dildine was listening in to Coach Coffey in the huddle.
A little bit of frustrations, obviously, when you're down by 20. Coach said, hey, listen, we can't make those shots for you. You have to finish. You need to move without the ball and stay active. Dylan.
Thank you, Madison. As I had mentioned in the very beginning of the broadcast, Broken Arrow losing back-to-back games for the first time since the area round of 2024. It's been even a longer time since losing 3 straight. A fight down underneath the basket. Peters trying to take it away from Bracken, and now Muskogee getting some pressure from the Tigers.
And offensively, we get the ball inside and we get a pretty good look. It just kind of goes back to what Madison said, like we got to finish some shots down there, and we have not been able to capitalize and really get very many second chance points tonight, and you've got to have those. Unless you're having a night where you're shooting at a very high percentage and you don't need to have them very much. But when we're shooting like this, we need to have some second chance points.
Holmes kicks it out. Muskogee doesn't seem like they're in any rush to find offense. Bracken tries to find a bucket underneath, and it's not there, but a foul.
And really the foul's going to be on the putback, right? Holmes get another offensive rebound, and we foul. Not on the shot. They called it on the floor.
Anaya Holmes will check out of the ball game, and Cache Brown is in. Now Kylie Johnson also subbing in for Broken Arrow, and she takes the place of Audrey Dow. Spinning into the lane, Brown can't get the finish. This is McCrary. Pass thrown away, and another turnover for BA.
Best say Sarai was going to have a mismatch with, let's see, Bracken was guarding her, and I thought, man, that'd be a good time to get her inside and let her post her up.
Very pressuring Bracken. Shell trying to jump the passing lanes. Impatient offense from Muskogee. Holmes gets the backside position. Offensive rebound up and good on the second chance.
Just so tough. The initial pass, we didn't have much help inside, and then an offensive rebound and a putback. We've got to get some more movement offensively. I mean, really making. Are they going to switch screens? Are we doing a good job of setting screens? But we're not doing a great job of making Muskogee move defensively, where they can just kind of stand there and be ready to help.
Johnson on the perimeter. Drives inside, kicks to Scarlett Shell, and shot rejected underneath the rim. Shell missed the first one, got her own offensive rebound. And Muskogee now going the other way. Again, patient offense from the Lady Roughers. Backing down to the floor. Cache Brown pump fakes the three-pointer. A full timeout called by Muskogee. 22-point lead for them with 4:49 left to go in this ball game. They're looking to ice it, but they'll stop the clock and talk things over. We'll step aside, come right back here live on ArrowVision.
Oh, I got my order wrong. This is me, Jessica. And this is
Jessica?
not my coffee. And my friend said, oh wait, Quick Trip. And she said, you don't have to tell me your name. Please, serve yourself. And I was all, oh, then this happened.
Yeah, someone stole my drink.
That's how I learned Quick Trip has lattes on tap. And I will never have to tell a barista my name again. Quick Trip, raise your coffee bar.
Welcome back live here on ArrowVision. I want to tell you about one of our One Club sponsors, the First National Bank of Broken Arrow, the oldest family-owned bank, originated in Tulsa County, and Broken Arrow's oldest business, serving this community since day one and still all in for our schools, our students, and our Tigers. That's the First National Bank of Broken Arrow. 4:49 here left in this ball game. It'll be Muskogee basketballs. They called a timeout moments ago. Again, you'd imagine they're just trying to put this game on ice at this point, but still wanting to talk things over and execute correctly.
Yeah, and I'm sure we start talking about just district standings and what's going to happen, because a lot of people can beat people in this district, right? With Jinx and Muskogee and Broken Arrow, and like who's going to – there's still several games left, district games that are going to make a difference in how the district's going to shake out when we roll into playoffs. And so Muskogee getting another little runner through the lane there. But we need to chip away at this, and if we can get the lead down, that it could make a difference if there were some, tiebreaker rules in place, and I say tiebreakers, but really just some of the rules, and if we were to go to some head-to-head contests, but also just how we finish in the standings in the district. Offensive rebound by Janaea.
Good feed inside to Johnson, who posts up like a big and gets the finish.
She says, I'll take that inside.
Averaging just 3.4 points on the season, but got her third basket on the night here. Muskogee answered back quickly. It's 46-22.
Tell you what, these last 3:40, it would be really good for us just to get ourselves moving offensively, make them play defense, and make them do it off the move. Don't be stagnant offensively.
Foul on the catch. It'll again go against Bracken. Here's that feed inside from McCrary to Johnson. And a nice little hook, getting it off the window. Sanders around the perimeter. Now fed back inside. Sanders off the window, no good.
It's really a pretty good read when they start switching like that to be able to slip the screen.
Three minutes left in the ball game. Of course, you want to stick around here live on ArrowVision. We'll have the boys' game to follow this one. Shot rejected by Alexis Holmes.
Little tap from behind called there. I'll tell you what, Dylan, we haven't seen this in a long time, but if you remember way back in the first half, we saw a great backdoor cut. And when there's pressure defense, getting those looks like that, and there's just some things I think, as we 2:49 left in the ball game, just some things that, hey, what are we going to work on? What are we going to learn? How can we improve from this? And what are we going to take out of it? And so, we need to chip away. We've still got, 2:45 left in the game, and to close the gap a little bit, but to execute offensively and defensively better the last 2:40 would maybe help us going into the next game.
Alexis Holmes able to get the finish. Gracie Sanders comes right back on the other end of the floor and gets a bucket of her own.
Little dish from Vogel there. If we ball goes in there, little pass
Vogel
in the
getting
paint.
her first action here in this ball game, and we've seen her minutes hang right around 14 a game, averaging 5.5 points. As a freshman, really impressive, and I know that Coach Coffey is really pleased with her ability to shoot the basketball. That's one thing that he has circled and said, hey, this is a real strength that can lift our team. And so if she can just really get comfortable playing at the varsity speed, at the varsity level, you're going to really see her excel.
Well, and it really is. It's a lot of game of matchup sometimes. And what is the defensive strength of the other team versus your offensive strength? And so I think as her game continues to evolve, and how can she create her own shots, and really what are other people doing to get her shots? I mean, it's got to kind of be some of both, and I think that's something that a lot of players just, it takes a little bit of time to be able to not only create your shot, but also have other people, create that for you, and what that does, not just for you, but for your teammates when you've got both of those skills.
Sanders is the Tigers' leading scorer on the season at 12.2 a game. She started out red hot, had the first 6 points for Broken Arrow with 2 3-pointers, and then things cooled off, and she just now got her third bucket of the ball game and brings her total to 8 now on the night.
Lady Tigers come out and trap, pick up full court, a little pressure, create a turnover.
Johnson able to pull it back out, hand it off to McCrary. Going for the reverse, going back the other way, and McCrary with a finish.
That was a nice move.
A little bit of dancing underneath the basket.
Yeah, she did. You don't have to worry about Janae McCrary. She's not going to quit. I promise you. And so a little bit of fight right there.
Outlet pass to Johnson, and she's good off the backboard. Now a timeout for Muskogee as they'll try to regroup after a quick rally from BA.
I'm not sure.
I don't think it actually was a timeout. I didn't see what it was.
I don't know. I thought we had a timeout also, but here we are with 1:48 left in the fourth quarter.
Ball stolen by Broken Arrow. Johnson ends up with it. Peters thought about it. Gets it back out for the point guard. Peters looking for Sanders on the give and go, and it's ripped away by Muskogee. Bracken swings it. Alexis Holmes has all day to fire that one away and knock it down.
That's just kind of lining it up and letting it go, right? She had no pressure. I tell you what, the last couple minutes, though, what I will say is the Lady Tigers are really
Peters with the and one.
How about that?
Tough bucket all the way through the contact from Anaya Holmes. And that finish will send Peters to the free throw line for the old-fashioned three-point play. Seen some real flurries of offense here from the Tigers, but it's just so late in this ball game, down by so much. Wish it would have come a little earlier.
Yeah, I was going to say the last 3 minutes of the game, I think the intensity picked up, and just the speed of things. It really, like, we changed gears, and it was very evident the last couple minutes. And so, yeah, what would the game look like if we'd have played like that the whole time?
Layup inside as Muskogee breaks the press, and that makes it 53-31. Bucket from Ariana Holmes.
Another turnover.
Anaya Holmes feeds it inside, and Cache Brown gets the easy layup. 55 now.
It's Muskogee, man, they're the way they share the ball and the way their big three really take over. They took over the game tonight, and we've got to have some. Once again, you don't have to have a big three, but you got to have people contributing. A multitude of people contributing, and that's what got us tonight for sure.
So that's the final score, 55-31. Muskogee able to find 15 more in this final quarter of play. Broken Arrow, quick flurry of offense, was able to get 11 in the final quarter of play, but the first and third quarter ice cold from Broken Arrow. 6 points in the first and just 2 in the third. Those 2 periods of play, they have to be cleaned up.
Yeah, because you can't win very many games against anybody that's very good when you score 2 points in a quarter, and that just puts so much pressure where you've got to gamble defensively and maybe do some things that maybe you're not as good at, but you want to do what you're good at and avoid what you're not good at. And so we put ourselves in a bad situation and weren't able to climb out of that hole tonight.
The stat that I never got to finish, I wanted to wait until the game went final. The last time that Broken Arrow lost 3 straight games was in 2022 in February when Broken Arrow lost 4 straight against Bixby, Sand Springs Union, and Owasso. That was just a short period of time into Coach Coffey's career here at Broken Arrow, so still trying to right the ship for these Lady Tigers. And now, as we had talked about so much throughout this season, a new era of girls basketball here at Broken Arrow, a whole new crew of players really hitting the floor, and they're kind of finding their stride. And this is that moment where you're going to see them really start to grow from these low moments where you find back-to-back-to-back losses.
Yeah, and really, I mean, I think Madison said early on we got to have, Coach Coffey talked about a goldfish mentality. Like, there's some things we can learn out of tonight, but we're going to have to also, when the ball doesn't go in the hole some nights, okay, reset. We know we're better than that, and we're going to get back in the gym and get after it. And we all know that they're going to get back and work. That's not going to be a problem because they're going to put the work in. But we got to forget some of the things that we need to forget and focus on what's the next game and the next possession and what are we going to do to win the next game.
Our post-game shows are brought to you by Tulsa Bone and Joint, but I want to tell you about the Arrow Group, who sponsored our 3-pointers tonight. They are a division of Alliant Insurance Services, proud to support Broken Arrow Public Schools with deep roots in our community. The Arrow Group provides customized insurance and risk management solutions for businesses across the region. Proud partners of education, proud partners of Broken Arrow. Well, at least one thing has been solved, and that's the 3-point mystery, because Broken Arrow have been 0 of 23 over the last 2 games, and we're able to find 2 quick ones early from Gracie Sanders, a 3-point arc. At least that problem has been fixed, and maybe you can start to warm up from there. But still, the offense an issue. Still want to clean that up as you get into your next contest against Jinx. That'll be on Friday night at Jinx. And this is a really tough stretch for Broken Arrow because through these 13 games, this is the only home game. 1 in 12 split between home games and road games over this 13-game stretch. But at least you're back at home tonight. You're able to kind of see your own rim. You're able to kind of get comfortable again. But then you go back out on the road, and you got to handle business on the road.
Well, I think it's kind of one of those weird things, but getting back into school and getting back into the routine, if you will, sometimes, man, there are players that just struggle with it's just different. As coaches, we want to have game days always the same. And all of a sudden, it's like we're in school, we're out of school, we're out for 2 weeks, we got a tournament, like all the weird things. And so maybe settling back into a normal routine is what we need also. Sometimes it can be something kind of weird like that just gets a team with less experience. Okay, let's settle down and do what we do and get back in that groove. And let's come back out and take care of business on Friday night.
We'll see if the Tigers can do that again. It'll be at Jinx. That'll be the next contest for Broken Arrow. One quick last shout out to all of our One Club sponsors: First National Bank, Shields, Quick Trip, the Arrow Group, Broken Arrow Public Schools Foundation, TTCU, St. Francis, and Tulsa Bone and Joint. We appreciate all you do in making our broadcasts happen, and we appreciate you for tuning in. Again, boys action right around the corner, so don't go anywhere. Keep it right here live on ArrowVision. Welcome into the Tulsa Bone and Joint pregame show here live on ArrowVision. Broken Arrow boys basketball against the Muskogee Roughers here tonight inside the Tiger Fieldhouse. We're happy to have you alongside us. I'm Dylan Rivera. Next to me is Adam Winkin, and down on the sidelines is Madison Dildine. This ball game is one that I'm sure Broken Arrow has been looking forward to because it's the first home game in a little bit, and it's going to be the first home game for a little bit. 5 road games prior to this one, and then 7 road games following this one. Back on your home floor. That's got to feel pretty good.
It's going to be a great test for the Tigers. Feels good to be back here at Tiger Fieldhouse seeing the Tigers play tonight.
Absolutely.
We got Indiana in the national championship.
I knew you were going to get it in.
We got the Bears who are still playing, and we got basketball here tonight in Broken Arrow. It's great to be back.
He came in prepared with that one. He knew he was going to get it in right off the jump. Exciting time for Broken Arrow basketball. They're off to a 9-4 start, no, a 9-2 start, excuse me. Muskogee 4-7, a little bit of an up and down season, but they're a long athletic team that can really take it to you, so not going to want to rest on your laurels tonight. Got to come out with your game plan, execute it well, and play at a high level.
Yeah, Broken Arrow's going to have to be patient and just do what they do well. If they start to play into the game of Muskogee, that's where they can run into some trouble. Talking with Coach Wallace, having him talk to the players and having a chance to listen in on that, that's a big plan for them tonight. It's just stay in the game that they prepared for. Muskogee's going to be physical. They have to be ready for that. But as long as Broken Arrow stays disciplined, they feel they can stay in the game.
We were able to talk to Coach Wallace just yesterday for these quick thoughts. Tiger fans, Muskogee is in the house tonight. Dylan Rivera here with Coach Wallace. And obviously, we got to go backwards before we go forwards. And I talked to Shane earlier, and it was a similar conversation. You guys both are out in Bartlesville, and both of you guys have struggles late in the tournament where things just went cold and you struggled to shoot the ball. So take me through that Mustang game and maybe what went right and what went wrong.
I don't know how much stuff went right, but, we just didn't shoot the ball. I thought we got good looks. I thought they were the right shots for our team. I thought the right guys were shooting the ball. They just didn't go in. I mean, we missed easy shots, layups, bunnies, wide open threes of guys that normally would make those shots. And, I think both teams were a little bit of fatigue, playing in that kind of tournament where you've got to see a UConn team that's improving, that's getting better than Union again, and trying to deal with the big kid inside and then go to Mustang, which is another team you've seen. So, but, you can only get better from here.
That's right, and now you're back on your home floor. That probably feels good, like a good time for it at least. And then you bring in Muskogee, a team that has had an up and down season so far. What do you see from them, and how do you beat them tonight?
It's the same. I mean, we got a lot of athletes, and they're just gonna keep penetrating, and we've got to do a good job of stopping penetration on the drive, rebounding the ball, and then getting out in transition. But they'll throw different things at us. They'll press us sometimes. They'll run and jump us. They're going to pressure the ball, and so we might even see some zone. They've ran a little bit of zone as well. So they'll throw a lot of different things at us. But for us, it's our only home game in the month of January. So obviously another big one, and obviously playing on your home court, but you want to make sure that you take care of that at least.
Should be a good one. Tip off now just here in a few minutes, live on ArrowVision.
Get down. Yes, Slip and slide records. Finna take it to the highs. Just get on up and get down. We don't play, we take it to the highs. MIA, take it to the house. It's the way we take it to the house. Take it to the house, take it to the house. 305, take it to the house. Well, we got that fire, take it to the house. Slip and slide, take it to the house. Take it to the house, take it to the house. Get down. Take it to the house. 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 Take it to the get down. Take it to the house.
Now let's meet the starting lineup for the Muskogee Roughers, coached by Lenny Bird. And guard, a 6-foot senior, number 0, Kellen Payne. And guard, a 6'1" senior, number 1, Wendell Brown. And guard, a 6'3" junior, number 3, Traylon Reed. And guard, a 6' junior, number 12, James Smith. And at forward, a 6'3" junior, number 23, JoJo Alexander. 6'5" senior, number 32, Troy The Tigers are led by head coach Bo Wallace.
Tip-off now just moments away. Broken Arrow and Muskogee set to do battle inside the Tiger Fieldhouse. The first ball game live on ArrowVision in the year 2026.
Great to be here. It's exciting. The band's playing. Lots of energy in the gym tonight.
One of the names that we have really had to pencil out this year is Gene Mason. Suffered an injury early on in the offseason. Suffered an ankle injury, if I remember right, and is rehabbing, going through the process of getting back to the floor. Madison Dildine, our sideline reporter, was able to talk to him about that earlier on tonight.
Yeah, guys, he still does wear a brace on that ankle that he hurt, but I talked to him and I said, hey, how are you feeling? When can we expect you to be back? And he said he's getting stronger every day and expects to play in February. Dylan?
That's big, Dylan.
That's really big. We had talked about a timeline of maybe early March as Corbin Dow nearly hit his head on the rim rejecting that shot.
Talking about jump out of the gym.
Well, that's a fast start for your highlights.
Home Broken Arrow springs in the court tonight.
Yeah. 3-point try up, no good from Muskogee. As we had talked about, really good to hear that Gene Mason is on track to return soon. Aiden Clark, the N1.
Great court vision by Coy to get that pass right on time to Clark, strong at the basket. Broken Arrow with a really good size advantage against Muskogee tonight. Look to see them continue to get to the basket frequently to get two.
Clark's free throw's good. So Broken Arrow jumps out to an early 3-0 lead. Starters for Muskogee. Number 0 is Keelan Payne. Number 1, Wendell Brown. Number 5 is Jordan Mitchell. Number 12, James Smith. And number 23, JoJo Alexander. For Broken Arrow, it's the usual suspects: Oliver Wallace, Corbin Dow, Coy Lemons, Aiden Clark, and Troy Bell. Shot way off from Wendell Brown. And that pass took a deflection, so it'll stay with Broken Arrow. And it might have been a luck headed for the swim posters over there.
Yeah, pretty ugly offensive possession by Muskogee. Broken Arrow lucky here to keep the ball on the side of the court. Had a great court vision pass in the first possession, lucky to keep the ball here in the half court.
Oliver Wallace with it. Had a season high 15 points against Union a couple of games ago. Clark lining up a 3 on the move, and he's got it.
You know, this has got to feel good for Broken Arrow getting off to a strong start. Obviously struggled in that finale in the Bartlesville Invitational this past weekend. So I'm sure the confidence, as soon as those balls go down, confidence is going to go way up.
Muskogee tried to answer right back, and it's no good. Wallace on the run out, tried to kick it out to Clark, and it's way too high. This is that Clark three-pointer. This is one thing that's underratedly difficult to do, is shoot that three-pointer on the move.
Also set up with a great screen by Lemons. He really didn't allow the defender to even get around him so that he can get a really good, clean shot.
This is Traylon Reed driving to the basket. And it's rejected, but there is a foul. And one correction, our starting lineup for Muskogee was incorrect. It's not Jordan Mitchell, it is Traylon Reed, number 3.
Number 3, Traylon Reed to the line, shooting 2.
Interesting for Muskogee to try to get to the basket right away in this game. The size matchup, as I mentioned before, you know, Broken Arrow is just bigger, taller in almost every matchup. And them trying to get to the basket, I mean, they're lucky to get a foul here. Be curious to see if this is how they start to plan to try to get on the board.
Reed's second free throw goes through, so it's now 6-1.
Look to see Broken Arrow try to slow down. One of the keys from Coach Wallace, take care of the basketball and to be patient offensively. The second turnover by Oliver.
Reed quick fires on the move and got it to go off the backboard. And I think that was a three-pointer.
Yeah, it was a three.
Wallace with it. Driving, left block, left hand layup. Good off the window.
Tough angle. Wallace and going up with the left hand across his body, but a good finish at the rim.
A foul against Broken Arrow. No, excuse me, it'll actually go against Muskogee. It's on JoJo Alexander. That foot looked like it was on the line. He may have gotten away with an extra point. Nonetheless, it's 8-4. Tigers in front.
William Sutton into the game now to run the point guard, while Oliver Wallace takes a rest early in this first quarter.
Sutton will try a quick three-pointer, and he steps into the game red hot.
Right away to pull the trigger, Broken Arrow, and lots of really good things happening offensively to start this game.
Tie up for the rebound, and another foul called against Muskogee, again against JoJo Alexander. Will Sutton fits the old terminology of a microwave scorer. He is averaging 9 points a game off the bench. Comes in quickly and is a offensive spark for the Tigers.
That's the exact word I was going to use, Tony. But that's those kinds of plays and those kinds of players are going to make a big difference, especially as Broken Arrow gets ready for basketball play in February and hopefully in March. It's going to take, especially with the absence of Gene at this point, those kind of sparks make a difference.
Will Sutton again firing away and again knocking it down.
Got the hot hand. 14 points in under 4 minutes for Broken Arrow.
And a timeout for Muskogee. They want to talk things over. Timeout's brought to you by TTCU. Here you see Sutton on the move. And he'll drop in a deposit, cashing in 3. We'll take a quick commercial break. Come right back live on ArrowVision. (14-4), Broken Arrow in front. Muskogee called a timeout. Timeout's brought to you by TTCU. Show your school pride with the only card that donates to Broken Arrow Public Schools every time you use it. TTCU has donated more than $360,000 so far. Stop by your favorite BA branch and support the Tigers today. Terms and conditions apply with approved credit. While in that huddle, Madison Dildine, our sideline reporter, was listening in.
A lot of accountability, but also just reminding the boys that they need to be strong with the ball and expecting Muskogee to turn up the pressure right here. Dylan?
All right, Madison, thank you. Adam, one thing that we had talked about in our meetings this week was about the possibility of Muskogee really pressuring all the way up the floor. We've seen some of it, and here you see it again.
Well, I think at this point, before this game gets really out of control, they're going to have to put some pressure on Broken Arrow. Now, Broken Arrow's made a couple errant passes, 2 turnovers so far. I'm interested, as soon as the ball came in, they took away from the press. I would expect the pressure to just start to intensify so that Muskogee could stay in this game.
Be a kick ball. Coy Lemons trying to feed down on the back door, and he caught a rougher leg.
Yeah, passing right now is one of the only things Broken Arrow hasn't done well to start this game.
James Smith into the ball game. Also the first minutes for Eli Shelby. Shelby defending Clark here. Lemons lining it up and knocking it down. Lemons has a sweet stroke from outside. You wouldn't know it based off of his name, but it is sweet. Kick to the corner, now back up top, Reed.
Good defensive discipline by Broken Arrow, not really allowing a clear lane.
Another opportunity for Muskogee, and trying to power that one down was Pharaoh Grant. Well, he was fouled in the process.
Seems like a little frustration, too, on Muskogee. Having a tough time being able to get points here. Down 13 already in the first quarter. You know, I'm sure that Muskogee bench is being reminded to keep your composure. But when Broken Arrow is shooting the way that they are, it's going to be tough if you can't put points on the board.
You had talked about the size mismatch, but Pharaoh Grant can almost make up for all of it in and of himself. Listed at 6'8". It looks like he might be a little bit closer to 6'6", but still a big body inside. Lost his footing trying to make the defensive play there, and Bell draws a whistle.
Yeah, interesting decision, you know, not to have such a small starting lineup and having Grant start on the bench, a little puzzling to me. But Muskogee likes to mix it up with a lot of their starting lineups.
Clark off the inbound pass. Backdoor cut from Dow. Nice little teardrop.
That's great X's and O's right there from Aiden, and a great finish from Corbin.
Tigers scored 17 points before their leading scorer got a bucket. And the ball goes out of play off of Grant. It'll be Tiger basketball. Substitution brings Bell out of the game, and Josiah Wilson onto the floor.
Again, interesting, Dylan. No pressure bringing the ball up the floor. Pressure just to get the ball inbounds, and then they retreat.
Clark had a seal inside, but the pass just too close to the defender and able to make it ricochet into another rougher. Driving inside, jump stop, and a shot right in front of Clark's face, no good. Offensive rebound and a three-pointer drops right through for James Smith.
And nothing more frustrating than seeing your opponent get 3 points off of a turnover. And I know we'll watch the tape back later, trying to force the ball inside amongst three defenders.
Well, not only off of a turnover, but off of a second chance opportunity as well.
That's right.
Foul goes against Aiden Clark. Matthias Sutton subs in and takes the place of Coy Lemons.
Number 3, Matthias Sutton, checking in for the Tigers.
You mentioned that last outing for Broken Arrow in the Bartlesville tournament. It was the tournament championship game. Faced off with Mustang, a really talented, athletic team. Broken Arrow only able to muster up 32 points in a rough shooting night. Lost that one 47-32. Had 3 points in the first quarter, 4 points in the second quarter, only 7 at the first half.
That's why it's got to feel good right now. Broken Arrow knocking the door at 20 points with just under 2 minutes left in this first quarter.
Clark going to work. Kicks it to the corner. Sutton wants another one. Left it short. This is Payne. And now Reed going baseline. Hop step. Layup short. Sutton the rebound. Outlet pass to Clark. Going up strong. Got the whistle, but couldn't complete the play. He'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Good jump stop by Clark there. If he would have went straight up, probably would have missed the foul, and who knows if it would have gone in. So at the very least, jump stop, make the contact, and you have a chance to get to the free throw line for 2.
Clark's been next to automatic at the free throw line all year long. The last check was shooting around 90% from the line. He's 2 for 2 already on the night, with a third one set to come.
Number 32, Troy Bell, checking in for the Tigers.
And he's now 3 for 3 as Troy Bell takes his place.
Lots of frequent substitutions here by Coach Wallace this first quarter, keeping the Broken Arrow players fresh. spreading the wealth a little bit because, again, with the exception of those 3 turnovers, everything going really right for Broken Arrow offensively.
Oliver Wallace picked up 2 of those turnovers. He's back out on the floor after a few minutes of rest. Broken Arrow now in a zone defense.
And Muskogee a little out of sorts as far as how to attack the zone. I would have thought that Muskogee would have taken a timeout to set something up.
Reed barking out some signals and trying to figure out how to get his guys in the right spot to break this down.
I got a feeling, Dylan, you're going to see Broken Arrow play a zone a lot tonight now.
And swatted away by Wilson. Now stripped away by Wilson. Now stripped away by Reed. Muskogee the other way. Back to Reed and fouled.
Yeah, just an unfortunate turnover by Broken Arrow on transition, but a solid 45 seconds of a zone where Muskogee just didn't really know where to go with the ball. Be curious to see if Broken Arrow continues to stay in that zone until Muskogee figures out an answer.
Don't have any official numbers to go off of for Muskogee, but in the film that I had watched of the Roughers, it looked to me like Traylon Reed was the offensive leader, the real engine for the Roughers, and tonight that has rung true as he's got 5 of the team's first 8. Lemons at the elbow. Down to Bell. 5 seconds on the clock. Post hook, no good, but fouled by Grant.
Really tough angle by Bell to get to the basket. Lucky to get some contact and get to the free throw line. Actually had a trailing Oliver Wallace in the corner. Probably could have gotten up an open 3. But you go up strong. It's definitely in the game plan for Coach Wallace. Have an opportunity to finish at the free throw line.
2 seconds remaining in this first quarter as Bell misfires on the first free throw.
Number 30, Luke Gansby, checking in for the Roughers.
Second one good. 22-8 now. Pressure from the Tigers not going to allow an easy basket at the buzzer. And Broken Arrow will hold on to a 14-point lead as the first quarter comes to a wrap. Second quarter coming your way next, live on ArrowVision.
Hey BA Tiger fans, now's the time to show your school spirit. Support your favorite school with the Broken Arrow School Pride debit card from TTCU Federal Credit Union. The only card that gives back to Broken Arrow every time you use it.
Since the program began, TTCU has donated over $350,000 to Broken Arrow Public Schools. That's a lot of support from fans just like you.
Whether you're a student, parent, or proud Tiger fan, your everyday purchases can make a difference.
With TTCU, you're not just banking, you're backing your school and local community. Join the thousands of TTCU members who are already using the Broken Arrow card.
It's super simple. Use your BA card and TTCU donates.
Thank you, TTCU, and thank you, Tiger fans. Support our school with every purchase. Go Yay!
Second quarter just about set to begin. Dylan Rivera with Adam Winkin. Madison Dildine is our sideline reporter, and she was listening in as Coach Wallace addressed the team in that break.
Each game we want to get better, and Coach Wallace was saying, hey, that was a lot better than our last first quarter that we played, but we've got to continue to communicate and talk through it. But good job in the zone. We've got to rebound the ball. Dylan.
I think just about anything would have been better than the last first quarter.
That's right.
It was 16-3 after 8 minutes. Oliver Wallace getting a tough finish and his second bucket on the night.
Yeah, Coach Wallace has to be really happy with the offensive possessions so far. Lots of good shots, good shot selection, getting to the free throw line, open shots. Just a really, really, really outstanding work so far by Broken Arrow offensively to start this game.
is Keelan Payne, two-sport athlete for Muskogee, also a star on the football field. Payne will try a three-pointer, and he's able to rattle it in. Three-pointer is brought to you by the Arrow Group.
Much needed three-pointer by Muskogee to stop the bleeding here. Broken Arrow hasn't really had to set up in the half court too often after a made basket so far in this game.
Wallace spins and hands it off to Dow. Now coming around a couple of screens, Wallace has all kinds of room, takes a mid-range jumper and can't get it to fall. Foul against Aiden Clark.
Good idea from Oliver to get around that screen, get a great shot. Tougher than it looks to be able to jump stop and go straight up from the free throw line, but no one getting a hand on it. You'll take that kind of shot every single possession.
That was one of those the analytic followers out there won't like because it was a long two-pointer.
Well, the greatest of all time made a living at those long two-pointers. And of course, I'm talking about the 23 from Chicago.
Let's see how many times we can get references into your teams tonight. How about
What
that?
a great outlet pass all the way to Clark. Oh, they're all coming, Dylan. Don't you wait.
Two more for Bell. He's averaging 9.4 a game on the season. Payne dumps it off at the last moment. And a missed layup from Luke Dansby. All swung around. Lemons now to Dow. Three-pointer off the mark.
Love that offense possession. Great extra pass by Coy to get over to Corbin. Great charge. Get to Corbin setting his feet. Took it right in the chest. Ball's going back to Broken Arrow.
Dow's done that a lot this season. I don't have a stat for charges in front of me, but I'm sure if I had them, he'd probably be the team leader as he's done this more than once on the year.
Well, it's a turnover machine. It might as well be like a steal. It's a big way that Broken Arrow is able to get momentum back in their favor throughout this entire season.
Wallace using his shoulder to create some space and again can't buy the mid-range jumper.
Oliver getting away with offensive foul, to be honest with you. You got to be careful.
Ball stolen, but a foul.
Foul called on Tigers number 2, Oliver Wallace. First personal foul, second team foul.
Just a really struggle from Muskogee offensively. Only 3 points in 3 minutes to start this second quarter. And only 8 points at the end of the first. Hats off to Broken Arrow's defense thus far. Muskogee just really seems out of sorts to get an offensive rhythm.
Less than 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Ball goes inside. Reed just has to save it. And it goes right into the hands of Lemons. Now Will Sutton the other way. And a layup too easy.
Those are the kind of fundamentals you learn in the 5th grade. Just get stronger to the basket. Muskogee didn't even get a defender at the basket. Easy too.
(28-11). Muskogee feels rushed in their offense.
Yeah, great defensive switching, rolling around screens, manning up. That's been a big thing from Coach Wallace talking to Broken Arrow before starting the game is defensive switching. And Muskogee just can't get anything going. And it's resulted in a lot of turnovers, bad shots.
Tip pass there. It'll stay with Muskogee.
Next year he'll be in trouble. You can't take 45 seconds to get a shot up. The absence of that shot clock, you can still hold it that long, but with Muskogee being down 17 in the second quarter, I'm a little surprised we don't see a little bit more of picking up the pace, trying to drive, trying to create something, even to get to the free throw line.
And we see Savion McAllister on the floor for Broken Arrow. Drive inside and a foul as Payne trying to get the layup up.
Almost looked like Payne ran into Corbin's back. I think Corbin just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
First free throw misses. Free throws brought to you by the First National Bank, your hometown bank and proud district partner, supporting our students, teachers, and the BAPS Foundation every step of the way. First people, put people first. 28-12 now after the made free throw.
It's good to see Savian McAllister out there. We don't see a lot of Savian, especially in the first half. An impressive young man, freshman.
Coy was way off on his three-pointer, but a rebound by McAllister and a foul underneath the basket. Savian McAllister goes to the charity stripe.
Savian, a 6'6" freshman with a ton of promise for this Broken Arrow team, getting some great minutes in this first half, and now a chance to get 2 on the board at the free throw line.
He's averaging 6 minutes a game, but he's only appeared in 6 games on the 11 that the Tigers have already played this year. And he makes the first free throw. (29-12). McAllister goes 1 for 2. Payne in a rush, and the pass too hard to handle. Another turnover for Muskogee.
Yeah, Muskogee now starting to push a little bit, reacting from the pressure of the press from Broken Arrow, resulting in another turnover.
Wallace drives in, Lemons underneath the basket, another foul.
And good look by Wallace. Dropped the ball down to Coy. Would have liked to see a little jump, jump fake. But again, take it, be physical, get back to the line. It was something that Coach Wallace was really, really talking about, was being physical at the rim. As we talked about before, Dylan, finishing at the rim and getting to the free throw line, not a strength of Broken Arrows in that final against Mustang in the Bartlesville Invitational.
Finishing free throws is going to be a key as well. Broken Arrows so far having some struggles from the line. On the season as a team, shooting 73.6%. Down the floor quickly again. Muskogee lost the basketball. May have been bailed out by a whistle.
Yeah, nearly another turnover by Muskogee.
It goes against William Sutton. Keelan Payne, the senior point guard, using the screen, and he is just yanked down by Lemons, and Dow gets credited with another charge.
I feel like that could be a student section thing. Start numbering them like strikeouts. How many charges can Corbin Dow take in a game?
Well, and Coy might be a little bit upset with that because he's going to have a block taken off of his stat sheet as he got all ball as Payne was soaring into Dow's chest. Sutton comes around the Lemon screen, tries the short jumper, off back iron, fight for the offensive board. Sutton's got it. And as he's tied up, a timeout by Bo Wallace. That's a veteran head coach move right there.
That's right. And good concentration by Will to keep that ball in play. Like you said, a great way of keeping the possession with Broken Arrow side with a timeout from Coach Wallace.
Timeout's brought to you by TTCU. We'll take one as well. Come right back here live on ArrowVision.
Oh, I got my order wrong. This is me, Jessica. And this is Jessica, not my coffee. And my friend said, oh, wait, Quick Trip. And she said, you don't have to tell me your name. Please, serve yourself. And I was all, oh, then this happened.
Yeah, someone stole my drink.
That's how I learned Quick Trip has lattes on tap. and I will never have to tell a barista my name again. Quick Trip. Raise your coffee bar.
Welcome back to the Tiger Fieldhouse. Just saw an ad from Quick Trip. Want to give a quick shout out to them. They are one of our One Club sponsors. They bring you this ball game in part alongside all of our One Club sponsors. Proud partner of Broken Arrow Public Schools, investing in the future of our students. Thank you, Quick Trip. Bring you the Quick Trip quick thoughts at the start of the broadcast. Always good to catch up with the coaches ahead of the ball game. Dow trying to work on Payne. Kicks it out. Oliver Wallace wants a three-pointer, and he's got it.
Yeah, Broken Arrow had 2 shooters essentially wide open for a shot. Oliver knocks it down. McAllister was wide open on the right block as well.
It's now 33-12. Broken Arrow way out in front of Muskogee. Head coaching changes for both the boys and girls programs at Muskogee in the offseason. First season at the helm of the Roughers. The foul underneath the basket for Lenny Burt, who comes to Muskogee from PC West. There's that Wallace three-pointer. He had 4 of them against Union in the Bartlesville tournament, and bringing some of that shooting back home with him.
And especially when Oliver can play off the ball and create his own shot, seems to get really comfortable and into a rhythm.
I told you before, Adam, that in the summer when I saw this team at the Bishop Kelly Invitational, they do every single summer and get some off-season work in. I got to see Oliver and some of these new faces, and boy, it felt like he was knocking down every shot from outside.
Well, and especially with what Madison talked about before we started this game with Gene. If Gene's able to come back next month, that frees up Oliver to be able to play that way and gives a whole other dimension to Broken Arrow's offense.
Just under a minute and a half to go. Wallace coming off the screen, putting it on the deck. Left-handed floater, that's a tough shot.
Yeah, impressive offense possession there by Broken Arrow with Wallace getting to the basket. Not an easy shot like you just said.
Underneath the basket, Payne can't spin it off the window. Long outlet pass from Bell. Matthias Sutton to his brother in the corner. Misfiring on the three-pointer. Payne the long rebound, and now a one-on-one fast break opportunity. Bell tries to reach out and swat it, but it's good from Payne.
One of the few times Muskogee's been able to beat Broken Arrow at the rim, going up strong. We just haven't seen that very much tonight. That's only Muskogee's 6th point in this second quarter.
All of their points in this second quarter have come from one player, Keelan Payne. And he steals another one. He's been all over the place for Muskogee, kicking it to Dansby, and he can't buy the layup.
Yeah, wide open look by Muskogee.
It was actually Shelby.
Shelby down low. Just an example of some of the offensive struggles, especially at the rim for Muskogee tonight. That one, not even defended.
Shelby, a sophomore forward for the Roughers. Young player's going to make young mistakes. That's one he'd certainly like back. 15 seconds to go in the second quarter.
And Broken Arrow likely playing for the last shot here, right before the half.
Wallace with plenty of space in the middle of the floor, nearly has it stripped away. Tough fader, and Wallace gets the bucket right before the buzzer. Tigers way in front of Muskogee. It's 37-14.
That last possession almost an oh-no, and oh-no, yeah. Almost turns it over, then hits that shot all the way to get the Broken Arrow Tigers back into the locker room, up 23.
We got a little bit of a change of pace here. Madison Dildine, our sideline reporter, joined by assistant coach Kiri King.
Coach, welcome to your first halftime interview.
Absolutely, I'm excited.
What are some of the keys that you need to maintain this lead and your momentum in the second half?
I think a lot of it's going to be our defensive intensity, looking to get out and run a little bit more on offense, taking care of the basketball, of course. We started off with, 3 turnovers right out the gate. Our point guard can't do that. Oliver has to take care of the basketball. He knows that. We've done a really good job making good decisions, sharing the basketball, giving the kids assists. We've hit shots too. Our last game, I don't know if you guys watched the last game, but we didn't make any shots. We're knocking down shots. We're up 23. We'll just push it out to 30, 35, see what we can do.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Madison, and then thank you to Coach King for being our halftime interview here tonight. He's always a good sport. He's helpful for me in my job in trying to find the stats and everything, so he certainly helps me day to day in preparing for these broadcasts, so good to get him on the air.
Absolutely great to hear from Coach King. You know, I was interested to see what he would say about taking care of the basketball, because to me that's the only thing that Broken Arrow really hasn't executed today.
We'll see if they can clean that up in the second half. We'll toss it over to our halftime crew. That's Lizzie Connor and Chase Blau with the St. Francis halftime show.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oak.
Hello everyone and welcome to the ArrowVision studio. I'm Lizzie Connor and alongside me is Chase Blau, bringing you the St. Francis halftime show.
Tonight we have 2 new features for you, and we begin with the incredible Broken Arrow Public Schools Foundation, making classroom dreams a reality.
We are here on behalf of the Broken Arrow Public Schools Foundation to let you know that we have your sensory table. I'm so excited. Already been ordered and wrapped, as you can see, as a nice pretty gift for you. And congratulations and thank you for coming.
Today is Teacher Grant Delivery Day for the Broken Arrow Public Schools Foundation. We had our Amazon packages all wrapped up in Christmas paper, and we had our big checks. Let me tell you, the teacher who requested ovens was one of the most excited people I've ever seen for Teacher Grant Delivery Day. I was interrupting her class and she kept trying to teach and I just kept walking in. And when she finally saw what I was holding, maybe even read my name or my foundation name, she just wrapped me in the biggest, tightest hug ever to interrupt.
I got it! Do you know how many grants I do? Don't get this is so exciting. Thank you so much.
And this is one of the largest grants that we awarded this entire school year.
Thank you so much for helping us start this program.
We're really excited. We all agreed that we were going to come back next year and enjoy some sort of refreshment.
Absolutely, guys. They're getting us our ovens. They're purchasing our ovens for us for cooking.
This year, the 25-26 school year, the Broken Arrow Public School Foundation is awarding $31,600 in grants across the district, from the ECCs up through the high schools. So when we first walk into the classroom as the deliverer, it is a little bit like Santa. It is December and we're bringing them literal wrapped presents, but also we have read through these grants and we are ready to hand it over too. We're ready to make the projects happen. So there's the hope for the future. There's the excitement in getting to be part of it over the past 2 months, seeing what their dream is and helping them make it happen.
All in all, there's not a better place to work.
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
It's very fulfilling.
The work that we do is hard. The work that we do changes people's lives.
It's more than a job. It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job. It's a calling.
Looking for some iced caffeine, left you in the cold. No one knows why brown water costs as much as liquid gold. Told him your name was Brian, why does this cup say Nicole? But then you found paradise in your cup at the Quick Trip. No regrets to start your day.
Welcome back to the St. Francis Halftime Show. Learning life skills and meeting professionals are often things done outside of the regular school day.
But Mr. Barry Marbach at Sequoia Middle School is changing that with the Boys to Men program.
Boys to Men started a couple of years ago when a police officer helped out our behavior education people. A lot of boys that were getting in trouble, the police officer would come and he would get them to do real life activities, and their behavior changed. So last year, we put in Boys to Men as a Tiger advisory, and boys could then get real world experience, learn honor and respect, and grow through their middle school days.
Well, yeah, it's like a lot of, valuable skills and like life lessons we might need later on down the road. Especially like the mentors that come and talk to us, stuff like that, have a lot of like valuable things to say and things that, really can touch us and just affect our way, we go later down the road.
We're preparing them for high school, preparing them for life. They're gonna learn how to tie ties, how to change tires on a car, how to work with tools. We're currently working on a service project that will send packages to deployed soldiers over Christmas. We're giving them opportunity. They're being very respectful. They're becoming leaders in the school. All in all, Boys to Men is exactly that. We're taking young boys in middle school and transforming them into respectful men.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
Thanks for tuning in live on ArrowVision to Broken Arrow Basketball and to our St. Francis Halftime Show.
Now let's get you back out to the broadcast crew in the Tiger Fieldhouse for the second half.
Thank you, Lizzie, and thank you, Chase, and thank you to Brock for designing all of this. Look at this, a new wall just beyond the jungle that really brings some more life here into the Fieldhouse. I've also got some nice touches on both the north and south sides and some little logos in the corners as well, so some little things that kind of make the Fieldhouse pop a bit.
Details matter, Dylan. I mean, it's great. I came in here the other day to get ready for something else and was like, I just kept saying, wow, this is amazing. Just kind of adds to the atmosphere. Again, the details matter. This wall is amazing. And you know what? Broken Arrow's basketball team is playing really well tonight. So looks like everything is coming up for Broken Arrow. Like you and I talked about, like pretty much everything going right for Broken Arrow offensively so far.
Yeah, these walls kind of encapsulate the phrase of new year, new me, right?
Absolutely.
New year, new Fieldhouse. It's a little bit different around here. Our halftime show was brought to you by St. Francis. St. Francis Health System and Warren Clinic are here for your family with convenient primary care options across the region. As your home team for health care, visit stfrancis.com to find a provider and location near you. Muskogee starts out with a basketball down by, well, quite a lot. 23-point deficit.
And almost turned it over on their first pass of the second half.
Only managed 6 points as a team in the second quarter, but they all came from Keelan Payne. And a blocking foul goes against Broken Arrow. Coach Wallace doesn't agree.
Foul called on Tigers number 4, Corbin Dow, second personal.
And we'll see how Muskogee responds with this deficit and having trouble to be able to score at the rim. See if they have a chance to be able to get to the rim and get more fouls called to get some baskets at the free throw line.
Well, this is certainly a turnover you like to see if you are the opposing head coach. A 5-second count as they're trying to inbound the basketball, so Broken Arrow gets it right back.
And a lot of times the referees will count to 5 and then maybe give another half or a full second before they actually call it. You don't see them call a 5-second call like that very often.
Clark fired it to the cutting back door, Coy Lemons, and just a little bit too hot to handle.
Love the idea from Lemons, though. Just a little too hot, a little bit too far in front of Coy to be able to handle it to get up to the basket.
Clark, a pretty proficient passer, averaging 1.3 assists a game. In the preseason, talking to him, the player he said he wants to play most like in the NBA is Cade Cunningham. And you talk about passers, that's a pretty good one. Payne rises up right alongside Troy Bell, and that's a tough finish. And he keeps his hot shooting going. Underneath the basket, Bell can't get it to go, but Clark's right there on the follow.
Yeah, good use of the glass there by Clark.
Three-point attempt, no good. Fired up by James Smith, and now Broken Arrow the other way. Wallace takes a contested mid-range jumper. It sat on front rim, but Muskogee pulled it down.
And Coach Wallace probably not too happy with that shot selection.
A foul away from the play, and it goes against JoJo Alexander. And it feels like he's been called for a lot of fouls tonight. That's his third. They'll sub him out right away. Luke Dansby takes his place. Mentioned earlier in passing that Lenny Burt is in his first season with Muskogee. He was the PC West head coach from 2010 to 2024. That's where you may know that name. He's the winningest coach in 6A from 2013 to 2023 and was able to lead PC West to the 2016 state championship. Hoping to find that same success at Muskogee. Whistle and a foul. It goes against Smith. And now Lenny Burt wants a timeout, and he'll talk things over with his crew. 39-16, live here on ArrowVision. Broken Arrow in front. Welcome back to the Tiger Fieldhouse. 6 minutes, 11 seconds on the clock in the third quarter here. Dylan Rivera with Adam Winkin. And Madison Dildine is our sideline reporter. Tigers just stomping the Roughers right now. And really, we talked about it in halftime. There's not much you can nitpick from this one and say they're doing wrong on the Tigers side. Maybe just cleaning up some of those unforced errors and knocking down your free throws, but that's about it.
Yeah, just taking care of the basketball, making smart passes, being patient. That's really only things that Broken Arrow can really improve on. The 23-point lead, can't complain too much.
It's a quick ball movement, and the ball was slapped out of play by Traylon Reed. Lob pass to Bell, and Bell was way up there, but just a little too far away from the basket. The pass a little too low and unable to get to finish. Payne, a couple of quick moves.
It's interesting, Clark giving Payne the right lane. Payne obviously wanting to go left.
And another charge drawn by Corbin Dow. That's the third one tonight.
And the fourth foul by Muskogee in the first 3 minutes. Essentially of the second half. And if you're Broken Arrow, you'll take it because they're not far away from being able to just send Broken Arrow to the line after every foul.
Lemon's going to be called for an offensive foul there as he pushed off, trying to create enough room to find Aiden Clark.
It's a comment I've never said before, Dylan. The referees are dictating the pace of this game in the second half. 6 fouls by both teams, and we're at just under 5.5 minutes left in the third quarter.
Reed tried to kick it up top to Brown. Reed was the last Muskogee player to score, not with the last name Payne, and that was in the first quarter. Payne driving and drawing a whistle. Bring that foul count up to 7 here already in the third quarter.
Well, if you're in Muskogee, that's one of your best chances to be able to get back and have a chance to cut away at this lead, is to be able to drive to the basket. Obviously, the referees are going to be calling some fouls, and you get a chance to put points on the board without the clock moving.
First free throw off the mark for Payne. Tigers right now 9-2 overall, 4-1 in district play. They're tied with Jinx at that 4-1 marker, trailing just PC North in the district race. Dow up top, gets a screen from Bell, kicks out to Wallace, quick trigger, no good. Screen from Dansby, and really it looks like the offense is going to run completely through Payne now. Dow in transition, rising up and laying it in.
I think Corbin was surprised that the defender just kind of gave up. Otherwise, you probably would have saw another one of those outstanding slam dunks that we normally see from Dow.
Yeah, timeout called. As they'll talk things over now. Goes against Muskogee. We'll keep things right here. I want to tell you about one of our One Club sponsors, Tulsa Bone & Joint. They sponsor our pregame and postgame shows here throughout the basketball season. Tulsa Bone & Joint is here to help you keep moving forward. With expert orthopedic specialists and physical therapists, we'll get you back to doing what you love fast. Tulsa Bone & Joint, moving life forward. Our broadcast overall brought to you by Shields. They're our presenting sponsor tonight. Shields is a proud partner of Broken Arrow Public Schools. From Nike to Hoka to Adidas, find all the iconic brands you love with the experts to help you choose. We'll have you feeling and performing your best right here at Tulsa Shields, located at the Woodland Hills Mall. 4:15 to go in the third quarter. Broken Arrow well ahead of Muskogee. Tigers 4-1 in their last 5 games, and looking like they are on the path to 5-1 in their last 6.
Just Broken Arrow essentially in complete control on both sides of the ball all game thus far.
Clark controls.
Yeah, this way is what Coach Wallace was really talking about with Broken Arrow before the game, is being patient offensively.
Bell has the ball stripped away from him on his way up, but it stays with BA. Timeout now called by Broken Arrow, but Wallace didn't see the play develop like he wanted it to, and they'll go back to the drawing board, which gives us a chance to get more One Club sponsors in. I know that's what you really want to hear. Broken Arrow Public Schools Foundation is celebrating 33 years of providing teacher grants. Visit bapsfoundation.org for more info. It was a part of our halftime show, actually, was our video feature on that. It's a really cool tradition that Broken Arrow Public Schools Foundation puts on, and really able to make classroom dreams come true and make everything happen here within Broken Arrow Public Schools, really grease the wheels for this big program.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's interesting watching this second half develop. Really, honestly, both teams seem a little bit stale coming out of the locker room. Again, we talked about the referees starting to call a lot more fouls. There's 7 fouls called so far. Both teams just a little bit stale, a little bit concrete coming out of the halftime. Not much offense to speak of in this first 4.5 minutes.
Clark missed the bunny. Score remains at 41-18. Three-pointer up and down for Muskogee. And it's number 5, Jordan Mitchell, with his first basket. Dow drives baseline. Kicks out to Lemons, wide open for 3, and he's got it.
Yeah, too easy. Lemons just sitting there in the left wing, waiting for the ball, feet set, smooth motion, easy 3.
Another foul called here, and it goes against Mitchell. There's a replay of that three-pointer from Lemons. Camped out in the corner, and nobody sees him. They'll see it now as he pops the three-pointer. It's his second one on the night. And he'll sub out. Josiah Wilson, Matthias, and Will Sutton all in. Muskogee with 2 chances. Could call it 3 chances. And it goes out of bounds off Muskogee. It'll be Broken Arrow basketball.
A little bit more of the tale we saw in the first half from Muskogee, just having a lot of trouble being able to finish at the rim. That's why they're only have 21 points here. We're nearing the fourth quarter.
Matthias Sutton coming off of the Clark screen. Wants a left-handed floater, and he gets the lucky bounce.
Yeah, nice little shooter's touch there. A little awkward jump stop. But, again, one of those nights where everything just seems to be clicking for Broken Arrow offensively.
Wide open lane baseline for Reed, and he can't get the layup. Offensive rebound. It stays with Muskogee. The Roughers have missed 2 really wide open layups here tonight.
Yeah, Lenny Bird over there on the sidelines for Muskogee, you know, has to be fuming. Broken Arrow, one of the only defensive breakdowns thus far in the game, and they still can't get the basket to go down.
Changes for both squads. For Broken Arrow into the game is Richie Pouncil. He takes the place of Aiden Clark. Looks like Muskogee's in the bonus. So Payne will go to the free throw line. Actually, it'll be Reed. They'll have to bring him back out on the floor.
Number 3, Traylon Reed. Out to the line, shooting 2.
Reed misses the first free throw. Again, free throws brought to you by First National Bank. Second free throw drops right through. And now they'll make that substitution.
You're starting to see some players on Broken Arrow playing together. We don't normally see these 5 together. It's going to give Broken Arrow an opportunity to get some viable minutes for some of these players and some different looks offensively of how the offense is going to run.
Ball loose on the floor, rolls out of play, and it'll stay with BA.
And 4 sophomores playing on the floor right now with Dow.
Wilson dumps it off to Matthias Sutton, and an offensive foul.
Foul called on Tigers number 3, Matthias Sutton. First personal foul. 16 foul.
Kind of an odd offensive call there, Dylan. With, again, it just feels like the referees really just decided to make this a much tighter game in the second half on both sides of the ball.
Underneath the
My
basket,
goodness.
the layup short, and again going Broken Arrow's way.
Be interesting to see the shot selection and those shot charts at the end of the game with the X's and the O's. We've seen dozens of Muskogee layups not go down right in front of the basket.
Dow finds Will Sutton all by himself, and he just misses the three-pointer. A foul on Corbin Dow. And again, with Muskogee in the bonus, should go straight to the free throw line.
It's pretty rare to see Will Sutton not hit that shot with that much time and being that open. And again, interesting, this late in the third quarter, Broken Arrow still able to get that open look.
Number 25, Harold Grant, to the line, shooting 2.
Grant's first free throw is good. There was no basket. That second free throw was waved off. I didn't see where the violation was. And obviously, if they're going to wave it off, there was a free throw violation somewhere.
It was a Muskogee player entering the paint before the ball was released. Again, a little wacky with just the pace of this game. It feels like a completely different game in this first half.
Dow with a good cut and good hands to reel that one in. Pouncil pump fakes from three, steps inside the line, and knocks down the midi.
Pouncil with the Tiger basket.
Reed driving. Shot no good. Rebound Wilson. Now Pouncil back to Dow. Rising up, no good, and fouled was Sutton on the follow.
Yeah, good follow by Sutton to get another look at the basket. You know, I think Dow was just really just trying to draw a foul with the way that he went to the basket. Broken Arrow fortunate that be able to get the second rebound and had an opportunity to get two at the line. You know, even with a lead like this, lead of 25 with Broken Arrow, this still gives you a chance to be able to practice these kind of situations late in the game to hit your free throws. As we talked about before, these are the kind of details that are going to matter later on in the tournaments. So even though you have a comfortable lead, taking care of X's and O's and finishing strong, that's something that you're going to want to be able to preach to the team. So you're building great habits going into the back half of your season.
Ball nearly stolen by Pouncil, but again, a whistle and a foul.
Feels like those kind of plays we saw a lot in the first half. You just didn't hear the referees blow the whistle. So again, the pacing of this third quarter just been much different than what we saw in the first half.
Pouncil doesn't play a ton. 7 games played on the year, 4 minutes in those 7 outings. But one thing that we saw in the preseason and now in his short stints in the regular season is he's going to get deflections and he's going to be active defensively. 49-24 after another made free throw from Grant.
I expect Broken Arrow to take their time and maybe get the last shot before halftime here. Yeah, Josiah getting, I was going to say, thought it might have been a foul call, but got away for a travel. Unfortunate turnover by the Tigers. Again, those are the kind of details that I'm sure Coach Wallace later on will talk to the players about. Regardless of the score right now, you want to make sure you see the players take care of the basketball, do everything sound fundamentally.
I didn't see what happened.
I think we had a Muskogee player inbound the ball with a foot in bounds, if that makes any sense.
I was wondering if that was the case because he just instantly put his head down and kind of laughed with the BA bench about what had happened. And you could hear a smack from all the way up here, but still no foul call there. And now a foul goes against Josiah Wilson.
Yeah, Dylan, I got to be honest, this is one of the most bizarre quarters of basketball I've seen all season. Just very weird in terms of the pacing, what's called, what's not called. Some of the turnovers you're seeing from both teams, just a very odd pace of play.
Yeah, I got to agree with you. It's been not the prettiest quarter you'll ever see.
We've seen a lot of free throws in this quarter, that's for sure.
We have, and Muskogee has actually gotten just about more of their points from the free throw line than they have from the field. They've gotten 3 free throws to drop, and now a 4th. Final buzzer sounds on the third quarter, and one more period of play to go. Broken Arrow in front, 49-25. Tigers hold a lead with 8 minutes on the clock.
Oh, I got my order wrong. This is me, Jessica. And this is Jessica, not my coffee. And my friend said, oh wait, Quick Trip. And she said, you don't have to tell me your name. Please, serve yourself. And I was all, oh, then this happened.
Yeah, someone stole my drink.
That's how I learned Quick Trip has lattes on tap, and I will never have to tell a barista my name again. Quick Trip, raise your coffee bar.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Hey Tigers, get the only card that donates to Broken Arrow Public Schools every time you use it. TTCU Federal Credit Union has donated more than $360,000 so far. Support the Tigers with your card today.
Final quarter of action live here on ArrowVision. The Tigers in front 49-25. Dylan Rivera with Adam Winkin. Our sideline reporter Madison Dildine is on the floor, and she was listening in as Coach Wallace addressed his team in between the third and fourth quarter.
He was telling them, hey, listen, we've got to stop giving Muskogee life by letting them back into this game. We have to be solid. We cannot play around, and we need to play tougher. Dylan.
Bell inside, and that's how you start off with some toughness. Tried to drop the hammer, but the ball was poked loose on the way up. Foul on Dansby, and Bell goes to the free throw line.
It's a tough task to come back from 24 down in a quarter, but I think that Coach Wallace just really wants to make sure that Broken Arrow sees his team continue to play hard, be able to do the fundamentals strong to finish this game. That third quarter not the greatest in terms of Broken Arrow getting into an offensive flow and then honestly making great defensive plays without making fouls.
Two for two from the line for Troy Bell. And he's second on the team in points per game, averaging 9.4 on the season. Keelan Payne gets another bucket. 51-27 now. Oliver Wallace picks up the loose ball. Floater too strong. Nearly got his own rebound and threw it off of Brown and got the ball back for BA.
I could tell that last Muskogee possession getting right to the basket, very much not what Coach Wallace wants to see, to allow Muskogee to get essentially an easy layup. Oliver with a smart basketball play to keep it down here. Great pass by Levins. Dow right underneath the basket. And then Dow nearly with the steal. And he, yes, off of Muskogee, back going to Broken Arrow.
Now a strong finisher inside. One of the toughest players to stop if he gets downhill on you.
He's forced 4 turnovers by himself in this game.
Excellent player on both sides of the floor. Averages 2.1 steals a game. Ball's loose again. Bell able to get to it. Strong dribble inside, and they'll call a foul on the floor.
Yeah, some of those passes, a little bit of what you saw Broken Arrow start this game with. I'm sure those are the kind of passes that Coach Wallace and his staff are going to try to continue to develop to make sure that Broken Arrow takes care of the basketball.
Lemons off the Clark screen. Now finding Wallace, open tray ball, cashing out.
Great screen set by Clark. Great route around that screen by Wallace to get his feet set and rise up for the three.
Really starting to see Wallace come into his own here at Broken Arrow. The last few games have started to pick his numbers up.
That was just a great offensive possession, executed very well, and makes an easy shot for Wallace to knock down.
Grant way outside. Muskogee offense kind of sputtering out. Reed wants a free throw line jumper, no good. Grant the offensive board, and a foul on the floor. Goes against Corbin Dow.
Yeah, Dow's got to be careful not to just keeping a hand on the back of a defender there. That's probably going to get called every time.
There's that three-pointer from Wallace, and there's that celebration. He does a little mask with the three-point fingers. Gotta love it. Pass up top. Wallace wants pressure.
Yeah, the last thing Coach Wallace is going to want to see is just to see Broken Arrow allow just this game to kind of tick down to 0. He wants to see active hands, active feet, get moving, and get in the defensive sets like they've been practicing all week.
Reed, pump fake, putting it on the deck, and Bell just spikes it down. A major rejection from Troy Bell.
You need to give Coach Bolin a little call over at the event center of the volleyball team.
His older sister plays volleyball.
Oh, I see it.
So he might have some of this in his veins.
It's in the blood.
Payne rising up, no good. Ball got away from Bell, but he got a touch to it, so it stays with Muskogee.
This is more of the defensive effort we saw in the first quarter from the Tigers. When Muskogee's getting down to the basket, you see Clark and you see Bell ready to meet them at the rim. Curious, it feels like Bell's had a number of blocks, and really the entire team has had a good number of blocks down low. Muskogee just not being able to finish at the rim, either when they get the shot up or a block by Broken Arrow.
Another foul call that goes against Coy Lemons for a push. And talking about the rejected shots down low, that goes back to the point you made at the very beginning of the broadcast, and we haven't really circled back to it, is the size disparity between Broken Arrow and Muskogee. Obviously, you've got Grant down there who's 6'6", maybe 6'8" is what he's listed on the roster. But then after that, most of the guys for Muskogee 6'1" and under.
But it's interesting, even though with the size disadvantage, Muskogee's still not been able to get some shots up, but haven't been able to connect.
Dow fires a left-handed pass, tried to go all the way across the court, and Reed snuffed it out. Into the corner, a flyby. Couple of passes and a good finish on the opposite side from Farrell Grant.
Yeah, pretty rare mistake you see by Dow from that last play, resulting in 2 for Muskogee.
Foul on the floor goes against Keelan Payne.
Personal foul, 13 foul.
Lemons fires off a no-look pass, and again a turnover forced by Muskogee, and a beautiful finish from Juju Mays.
Yeah, when Broken Arrow is able to look at the tape, those are the kind of passes that I know that Coach Wallace and his staff are going to continue to talk about.
Clark wanted the three-pointer, couldn't get it. Dow the offensive board, and second chance points.
Yeah, just too easy. Dow with the athletic play down there, going up strong. Extending the lead to 27.
Three-point try from Eli Shelby, and it's good.
And that feels like the first Muskogee three-pointer in quite a long time.
For just a few minutes, Muskogee's gotten a little hot here. Went from 29 to 34 in a hurry. And Muskogee still trailing by a lot, but at least closing that gap with that Arrow Group three-pointer. Speaking of the Arrow Group, they're one of our One Club sponsors. The Arrow Group is a division of Alliant Insurance Services, proud to support Broken Arrow Public Schools. Based here in Broken Arrow, they provide risk management and insurance programs for businesses across our region. From contractors to manufacturers to professional offices, you can trust the Arrow Group to protect what matters most. All 5 guys back on the floor for Broken Arrow. Muskogee easing their way back out there. 4:13 to go in this ball game.
Interesting to see still a number of starters for Broken Arrow still playing up 24. I'm sure there's a lot technically Coach Wallace and his staff want to see from Broken Arrow with some of these key players before you start to see some other players get some playing time to finish this game. This is the pressure, Dylan, that we talked about before the game that we thought we might see a little more often from Muskogee.
Roughers trying to turn the heat up in the kitchen. Sutton goes baseline, kicks to Dow in the corner, rolls off the rim. Bell's there on the follow.
Yeah, great angle from Bell down low to get that rebound and strong play to go right back up with the basket.
60-34.
And on the defensive end.
No look pass from Mays, but Clark there defensively and using that length to his advantage. And here's that Bell finish inside.
Yeah, Clark and Bell have both been involved in a lot of great work down low, both on the offensive end and the defensive end tonight.
Inbound pass stolen away by Oliver Wallace. Off to the races. He's driving. Right block. Thought he got fouled. No whistle. Brown kicks it over to the left side. Shot won't go for Shelby. And Bell bringing it up the floor. Makes the smart decision just to slow it down. Clark going to work.
Wow.
Wide open lane off the crossover. And a great move and a great finish from Aiden Clark.
Muskogee just doesn't really have an answer. You know, caught flat-footed on that transition basket. Oliver had an open look, pulled it out, and then when they give you the lane, you're going to take an easy layup. Tigers up now, almost 30.
On the season, Broken Arrows averaging 62.8 points a game. We're just about to surpass that marker. Another turnover from Muskogee as Smith tried to save it from going out of play. On the flip side, they're allowing 47.7 points per game. And right now, Muskogee's still 13 points under that marker.
Yeah, you're starting to see some other players getting some playing time here as we get closer to the end of this ball game. I bet we might even see one more substitution under 2 minutes.
On the floor now for the Tigers, Dow, Clark, McAllister, and the Sutton twins. Dow rising up and hammering it home with 2 hands.
It wouldn't be a Broken Arrow basketball game here in Tiger Fieldhouse without an electric dunk from Corbin Dow.
That one came out of nowhere. You'd think he had springs in his shoes the way he got up so fast. Corner 3 for Reed, too long, outlet pass, picked off by Payne. And Dow set up for another charge. They're gonna call it a blocking foul this time. There's that dunk from Dow.
Yeah, just incredibly strong. We've seen that a lot from Corbin. He just has a great knack for that court vision, getting to the basket. Muskogee really wanted none of that energy getting to the basket. I think that's Corbin's 5th.
Dow comes out of the game. A great contest for him. All smiles as he comes to the bench. 30-point lead for BA. Clark brings it across the floor. This is Matthias Sutton. The freshman, McAllister, going to work. Tough fader. Good shot from McAllister.
That's a really tough shot. McAllister making it look fairly easy, rising up.
Kick over to Brown for three, and he airballs it. Sutton drives, kicks to Pouncil, three-pointer, good!
It has been all Broken Arrow all night.
Tigers have gone on a 9-0 run here, thanks in part to this three-pointer from Richie Pouncil. Another turnover for Muskogee and a change for Broken Arrow just a few moments ago, as Broken Arrow brought in Cooper Malenik. And now a couple more changes. Brian and Egbenoy's number 15 on the floor, and number 21 is Adam Dodd.
Yeah, great to see these players be able to get some game time, get some valuable minutes.
Pouncil turns it over. Time ticking away as Reed tries a mid-range jumper. Dodd trying to corral the rebound. And now Broken Arrow the other way. Pouncil was going to work and drew a whistle on Keelan Payne. That's his fifth, so his night is over. Substitution for BA as they bring in Bosa Obefun. Adam, I told you, nickname for him, Bosa, plays the oboe. One of your favorite players. Troy Bell also has some music skills. He plays the piano.
You have to love it, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think they just now realized the 5 fouls. Unless they
Muskogee had 6 players on the court there.
They miscounted, I guess, and only gave 4. Either way, Broken Arrow well on their way to victory. 69-34, pass inside. Goes bouncing out of play. And one last turnover for Broken Arrow. Muskogee trying to get one last bucket before the buzzer. Payne, good off the window.
Number 0, Keelan Payne with the rubber basket.
Pouncil up the floor quickly. 4 seconds remain. He'll fire away from outside, and Richie Pouncil puts the exclamation point on it. It'll be 72-36. The Tigers pick up a huge home victory in one of their only home games, it feels like, this season.
Yeah, it's got to feel good for Broken Arrow having all those games on the road and about to face another tough road stretch. To be able to have a game like this where not only are you playing at home, but coming off of a tough shooting performance at the Bartlesville Invitational in that final, being able to put 72 on the board and seemingly most everything going right for you offensively, that's got to feel great for Coach Wallace and the Broken Arrow boys team as they start to prepare for these next few games away from Tiger Fieldhouse.
72-36 the final score, and our sideline reporter Madison Dildine is joined by head coach Bo Wallace.
Coach, how would you grade your team's performance tonight?
Up and down. You know, after a long week last week, took a loss, didn't score very many points. It was nice to see them kind of bounce back. So proud of that. I thought we did some good things. Scouting report, I thought we got in transition. So we just got to keep getting better. How did Coach King do?
He did really well.
Good. I hope he doesn't take my job. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Madison. Thank you, Coach Wallace. And, boy, it was an exciting game from start to finish for BA. Always love when you get to see some of those guys get into the ball game that you don't really see too often. So getting to see the impact that Richie Pouncil has and Savion McAllister, some guys who certainly have bright futures ahead.
Yeah, a little look in the crystal ball of what Broken Arrow is going to look like here in the next couple years. But, you know,
if everybody's getting a chance to play, then you know it went really well for Broken Arrow tonight. Just, again, we were talking about at halftime, pretty much everything just went right for Broken Arrow. I know, Coach Wallace and his staff are going to still keep talking about making sure the X's and O's are going to be really achieved and executed. We saw a lot of some errant passes happening. Not great at the free throw line tonight, but I bet especially in the passing game, those kind of turnovers don't affect tonight winning by 36. But when you start to play teams down later in February, and if you want to start to play deep into March, you're going to have to take care of the basketball and you have to make smart passes.
Well, to double up any team at the varsity level is really impressive, and 72-36 being the final score against a Muskogee team that has some length, some athleticism, can really cause some problems. That's a really successful outing. Obviously, like you said, there's some things you can fix up, you can shore before your next contest, which is a big one. It's Jinx, the team you're tied in district play with at 4-1. You go to Jinx, you go to the Trojans Fieldhouse. That's a tough place to play and to go and get a win. But, Coach Wallace, his crew, they've done it before, so certainly going to be well prepared for that matchup in a game that really has a lot of standing in the district race.
Well, and Broken Arrow needed this. They needed essentially an offensive juggernaut here tonight to be able to, again, bounce back from that tough game against a great Mustang team. And who knows, you might see them later on the road in March. But, again, that's going to provide a lot of confidence leading into this Jinx game. And they're going to need it because we have some games coming up for Broken Arrow away from here. You're not going to win the state tournament in Tiger Fieldhouse. So it's going to be a great test for Broken Arrow to be able to continue this momentum coming out of that Mustang game and see if they can keep things moving offensively and clean up some of the passing game.
As we had mentioned, 7 road games on the way now for Broken Arrow. They're going to be hitting the road and hitting it hard. It starts with Jinx on Friday night. That'll be a big contest. And, of course, as you'd said, good to get some offense under your legs, see if you can carry that over into these road contests and pick up some momentum as you start to turn the corner into those games that really matter for postseason play, as we're already inching closer to February. And we close out our month of January already here in the Tiger Fieldhouse. Only one home game here this month. So we'll see you next on February 3rd when Broken Arrow brings Capitol Hill into the building, and they'll take on another district opponent in another big game and close things out with a couple more in Stillwater and one more district opponent as well to close out the regular season. But those are all weeks away. We've still got to close out this broadcast here tonight, and we thank you for tuning in here with us. I've been Dylan Rivera. He's been Adam Winkin, and Madison Dildine has been on our sidelines. Have a great night, everybody.
Go Hoosiers.